And we are live. It's today's Wrestle Pure Sunday special with the gang. I'm back up Hangman here with my
We don't
lovely
have an
friends
intro?
here. That is the intro. Did you not hear? What's going on here?
It's giving low budget. Continue what you was doing.
And we are live. Wrestle Pure Sunday special here with backup Hangman and the crew. Guys, because we love you so much, we always want to be able to provide some additional content. So we're doing so today. I'm joined by Israa, the First Lady of Wrestle Purist. I'm joined by Charlie, the First Lady of the Elite. I'm joined by King AO, the Second Lady of the Elite. And we're all here to present and talk some pro wrestling with you guys. So make sure to super chat, send comments, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We're gonna be hanging out with you guys for a little bit here. So feel free to give us some feedback, and we'll go back and forth and talk about a couple topics. But first things first, because I'm a gentleman. Charlie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's been a busy day. I went shopping with my friend this afternoon. It's so hot here. I know it's like a running joke online. It's just like, oh, British people can't handle the heat. We can't. It's okay. Like, it's been bad here. But yeah, I'm excited to talk with you guys. It's been a while since we've done one. Like, I don't think we've done one just us four before, so I'm excited about this.
It is a very interesting lineup. It's been a minute for sure. I haven't done a podcast with multiple women in a long time, and it's unfortunate because I'm the most pro woman.
Restraining orders finally up.
No, definitely not that. I was gonna say I'm the most pro woman voice on the channel, so it's really unfortunate that we haven't been able to do that in a while. But nevertheless, Ao, how are you doing today?
Feeling good, man. When I heard the little bro himself, backup Hangman, was gonna come on here and try to have some honest discussion about Collision, you know what I said? I said to myself, fuck that. I'm here to derail this podcast. I'm here to destroy any honest conversation you hear to have about Collision. I'm here to treat people the truth about what is going on behind closed doors at All Elite Wrestling. And what the puppet master, Chicago Phil, is doing to destroy a once great promotion.
Oh, no. Chicago Phil's not doing anything to destroy this beautiful promotion, but we'll get into that for sure. But lastly, I want to do a wellness check. Israa, how are you doing today? Talk to me. Talk to the people. They haven't heard from you in about a month. Are you okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep my spirits up. It's been like a chill day, you know. I don't know what you think I got going on that's like that you're so worried about.
There's a
I just been in good spirits. Yeah, the last time I was on here, actually, I had told you guys that I'm starting to quit nicotine. That was maybe like 3 or 4 days in, and now it's like over a month and a half that I haven't been on nicotine.
Proud of you.
So I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back.
Everybody clap it up for
But
you.
That's genuinely a really, really beautiful accomplishment. That's life-changing. I'm very, very happy for you.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. I don't have no cravings for nicotine because like I pretty much got it out of my system. But every time the heat fucking play, I just want a cigarette. Like I can't handle this shit no more. But actually, is that why you wanted a wellness check?
Yeah, the Miami Heat are down 3-1. 3-1 against the Denver Nuggets in the NBA Finals. It's pretty well known at this point that the Miami Heat are your favorite basketball team. They have your favorite player, Jimmy Butler. They were on a really nice run. They beat my New York Knicks in the second round, but it seems like they've run into a buzzsaw on the Nuggets, and it seems that you guys are falling victim to a 6'10" chubby European man. So Jokic is playing great. The Miami Heat are not, and they're on the verge of losing the series. So how do you feel about that?
I wouldn't. Listen, it's not the first to 3-1. It's the first to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if I'm being delusional or I think we're gonna win this series. I really think the Heat are gonna come back. Heat in 7. And I'm being genuinely honest. Like I thought about this and I thought about every single possible scenario. I know that's right.
That was very scary, to be honest with you. Like that was like protrusive.
No, Monty's the only real bitch on this brand.
I'm the only real bitch.
Monty has watched 7 basketball games in his entire life. First of all,
that's all you need.
7 more than me.
Yeah. Charlie, it's funny you say that because
all you Miami Heat fans who bantered LeBron James, who was like, Jimmy's the second greatest Miami Heat player of all time. Cry.
LeBron James is always bitching about something. Like if nothing is about LeBron James, they're gonna make it about LeBron James, bro. No one is talking about that man. We're in the finals and you're not. Like I don't understand. I don't know what the fuck it is you think you're cooking right now, bro. Because your thing is at home and the thing is in the fucking finals. Humble yourself. You motherfucking Laker fans need to humble yourself.
I need a statue in Miami tomorrow. I need a statue in Miami tomorrow. That bum ass nigga Jimmy Butler hasn't accomplished shit in his career. Shit for the Miami Heat.
And he's so much better than LeBron.
He quote unquote carried y'all to the finals, and now Jokic just giving it back shot. Jokic just making it stink in Miami. Stink that it more than he usually does. Oh my God, he's making it clap. Jimmy Butler, don't run from me. Don't run from me, Jimmy. Do not run from me, Jimmy.
This is gonna be me and Charlie in about an hour.
Apologize.
But
apologize to who?
LeBron Ramon James.
Apologizing to LeBron James. Remember when he dropped 50 on LeBron?
Charlie, this is like when
remember when he was killing his son?
Remember when Jimmy thought he was gonna get his first career ring in his fucking colorless ass career, and LeBron said, "No, little nigga," and just snatched that shit from him.
Look,
Jimmy was sleeping on a pile of rocks.
Crazy is that this man literally just got swept.
Slap that little boy.
Yeah, you know how many times did the Lakers beat the Nuggets? Shut your fucking mouth.
At the end of the day, Jokic got the ring regardless.
Suck my dick. Suck my dick.
LeBron James has a family he wanted to get back to. He saw the vibes. He was like, all right, it's Jokic's year. I'm not even gonna take a game from this nigga. I have a wife. I have children that love me. Something that Jimmy Butler does not. So Bron has other things to do.
You don't ever fucking stop blazing it. You are a grown fucking man.
He had other things to do. I am LeBron's strongest soldier. I cannot be shamed. I'm blazing it all you want. That just means I'm doing a good job. Shout out to big homie Bron. You can't see it, but I'm doing his poses over here right now. I'm hitting all Bron poses.
I think you need to get your shit together.
Cry.
Hey yo, you can never ever say anything to me ever again about my advocation for CM Punk, because what I just witnessed for the last 3 minutes is A1 Hall of Fame glazing.
LeBron James is the greatest.
That shit is disgusting, bro. Because nobody's talking about LeBron at all this whole playoff series, and he just found a way to make it about LeBron.
That was...
We in the finals. My team is in the finals.
Are you sure? Does Jimmy know the finals started? Somebody need to let that nigga go.
All I know is LeBron James lost in the playoffs. The Elite are about to be on a show that is not the best show on AEW programming.
Right, hang on a second.
And
what are you doing
here? And Yuya Uemura is about to pass Shota Umino as the best young wrestler in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I think a lot of your agendas are in the mud right now, and you're gonna have to glaze your way through it to cope and do what you got to do and yell like you did to Israa, yelling at a woman. But at the end of the day,
I was not
yelling at a woman over LeBron James.
I was having a spirited. First of all, I was not yelling. I was not yelling. All right. My default volume is just loud.
Be so fucking for real right now, AO.
I'm coughing.
Second of all, what was I finna say? See, bro, you just try.
Yeah, no. I'm so tired of these fucking pillheads trying to derail my podcast. This is my house that I fucking built.
Isn't that Chris isn't here?
Bro, AO, I know what you be on.
What do I be on?
Oh yeah, AO, you know Israa has a theory
It's not a theory. It's a fact.
Okay, give us your theory on AOs.
Bro, this man be literally sniffing Adderall like off his fucking toilet before he do the podcast.
That's not a thing that happens.
See, bro, that's the only time he's ever quiet. That's the only time he's ever.
I can tell when AO's high out of his mind, though. You know, but
look, man, I could be half asleep when it's time to
potty turn it up.
When it's time to stand up for LeBron James, nigga.
He didn't seven.
Center.
He didn't seven.
Charlie, this is what basketball does to people, and what I will tell you as an advocate is, when this next season starts next year, I'm gonna get you in on the fold because it's a very easy game to follow, and the team that
don't let him coerce you into being a Knicks fan.
Let me fucking finish.
They wipe their ass with the Knicks.
When you start watching this game, Charlie, you're gonna rep the New York Knicks because they play in Madison.
They got one good fucking player. They literally got one good player, decent player.
Charlie, you don't live in the United States, correct? Right? And yet, have you heard of MSG? This is a well-known fact. Right, but you've heard of MSG before, correct? You've heard of it, right? Because it's the most famous arena in the world.
Yeah, but not because of basketball.
It's because of Muhammad Ali. It's because of Hulk Hogan, and it's because of the New York Knicks. And so I want to see you in the orange and blue. And we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Honestly, hearing LeBron blazing, hearing AO blazing. Listen. Hearing AO glazing LeBron was much less painful than hearing you trying to advocate for the Knicks.
That's fucking bullshit. Whatever.
I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you.
It either be the Lakers or Heat, so y'all can argue about yourselves.
Guys, I want to remind everybody. We have a nice house trickling in here. We're already at 165 viewers, and it's still climbing. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. If you have decided to do so, make sure to like the video, send comments, send super chats. The live chat is jumping. Supporting me, of course, and all of my agendas and beliefs. So, appreciate that. We're going to get to your super chat shortly. Again, look, Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena. Let's start with the Car Cam, $2. Ibu, professional host scarer. I don't know how you could send that message when AO screamed his lungs out on behalf of a 39-year-old
I was barely an octave higher than I usually speak.
A 39-year-old man. Princess Diana, $5. It's just God punishing that sausage fingers Ponce. Who's he talking about?
Call me 39. Nigga, you older than me.
I think that's in reference to Prince Andrew.
Oh my God. Chi-Town Spurs, $5. LeBron could never do it himself. At least Jimmy isn't LeBron could never do it. Yeah, at least Jimmy is a couch. It's true. Look.
Chi-Town Spurs, bro. You don't have to live like this. Jimmy Butler don't give a fuck about the Bulls no more, bro. It's all over. I know. You don't care. That was 7 teams ago.
Jimmy Butler, he never had to link.
I don't know why y'all are talking on behalf of my
Chi-Town Spurs. Shout out to Chi-Town Spurs, man.
Honestly, bro, if any other like star player of a team was continually playing on an injury, bro, the fucking media would not stop talking about how fucking like how much they want it and like how much but like when it's Jimmy, it's like they don't even fucking acknowledge the fact that he's hurt. And it's not like he ever throws pity parties. Like he don't even talk about it ever. But it's just funny how like other players would be giving grace, but Jimmy's not. Not that I fucking care. He didn't 7. Suck my dick.
I want to give a shout out to Jenny Omega, our good friend Jenny Omega, who on Twitter said, "How did AO skip me in the LeBron James dick riding line?" You know? So Lamora on Twitter said Israa and AO colliding with a gif of Goku and Vegeta staring off. I don't think AO is Goku or Vegeta. I think AO is Krillin. But anyway.
And you are a farmer with a shotgun, little ass nigga.
I do got a shotgun. What's the next super chat? Oh, here he goes. That was very spiteful. Monty, probably.
Most likely.
Yeah. Anwar Starwind, $5. A bunch of laugh emojis. Love y'all. We love you too, Anwar. We love all you guys. That's why we're here. Chi-Town Spurs, another $5. The Nuggets would have to choke monumentally to lose this. Speaking of monumental chokes, Arsenal blew an 11-point lead in 2 months.
Chuck, thoughts?
I don't have any.
Okay.
I don't think about football. I don't watch that sport. What's football? Not sure. Oh, Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. Thank you, Chi-Town. Israa, take it from here.
Anyways. Pylons, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We greatly appreciate you. What are the odds we see Statlander wrestle a Stardom wrestler by the end of the year?
I'd love to see that ASAP because I think Chris Statlander is one of the better women's wrestlers in AEW. What are the odds? I don't fucking know. It's up to Rossi Ogawa. And to catch you up, Israa, Rossi Ogawa is very mean to AEW. Like he just like he's not playing ball with them. He just like you know what he did because of Forbidden Door? Instead of landing like AEW his Joshi wrestlers, he just booked like them all for an event on the same day. So I don't know what's going on with that. Charlie, do you have any opinions on this Joshi culture war against AEW?
I logged onto Twitter the other day and people were arguing back and forth, and I said, all right, it's none of my business. So no, I have no thoughts on it because it doesn't affect me really. I don't keep up with Stardom all that much. I'd like to see Stardom wrestlers on AEW because I think it'd be a cool crossover, and I'd like to see them work together. But if it doesn't happen, it's not really any of my business.
And it's the leader, it's the promoter's right to do whatever the fuck he wants to this company. So it is what it is.
Also, speaking of Stardom, shout out Jamie for the video that went up yesterday, Friday, whatever day.
Right. I don't know what day it is anymore either, Charlie, but I agree with you. That video essay he made, giving people a guide to Stardom in 2023 is very, very helpful. It's so dense with information, and I think everybody should check it out. Jamie's the best of us all. Israa, I would like you to read this one as well.
Hey, man, they called you a casual in the chat. They said the Stardom show was booked since December.
Oh, shit, my fault. I mean, I am a casual, so I don't. It is what it is. Go ahead, Israa.
Big Harold Chris, $2. Go New York. Go New York. Go to hell. The fuck?
Talking about Israa. You don't know how the song goes? I know you do. You can't be like pretending here. Come on, I want you to sing it right. Sing it right. Come on.
Bitch, I'm not singing for you.
What the fuck is going on? We on air, bro. Anyway, Crow Frog Graphic, $5 super chat. What are the odds we see Ryback wrestle Goldberg by the end of the year? The odds is 0.000%. Ryback's never going back to WWE. So he's never going to AEW. And those are the only two places that could potentially pay Goldberg. So, it's not happening.
Shout out to Ryback, I guess. He blocked me on Twitter.
No, shout out to him. He said some weird homophobic, transphobic shit.
Yeah, he's
really?
Yeah, bro.
He's a moron.
Something about rainbows and I don't remember, bro. It was idiotic as fuck.
6 stars.
Shout out 6 star, $10 super chat. We appreciate you, sis. I love Israa and Chuck.
We love you too.
Love you too.
They're okay. But yeah, is that it? I guess that's it. So let's get into our first topic, guys. AEW is in the middle of a brand split that's about to happen. Because a week from now, episode 1 of Collision is going to be in the books. AEW is seemingly splitting their rosters. Some of them are going to be sent over to Saturdays to be with CM Punk in the Collision show. The bottom line about this is the TV network wanted a new show. The Elite don't want to be in the same building as CM Punk. CM Punk wanted to come back to AEW. CM Punk wanted to come back to AEW. And so he's the star of this new show. He is going to be creatively involved with it. Bryan Danielson is going to be heavily involved with the creative of the show as well. And they're going to have their own set of guys. A couple of the names confirmed already are Miro, Thunder Rosa, Samoa Joe, FCR are going to be on the show, and a couple of other guys. And some of the names that have been rumored and floating around, a Darby Allin and Andrade, Swerve, a bunch of other guys, Ricky Starks. And some people don't agree with this, splitting the rosters. Some people think there's a benefit to it. Our only frame of reference for a brand split in America is WWE. They split their rosters in 2002 because the roster got too big with Raw and SmackDown. And there's been some positives and negatives to that. So I want to talk today about the positive and negatives about this potential brand split for AEW. Israa, can you talk to me about your feelings on brand splits and what this could mean for AEW and in a positive and negative?
I don't know about positive and negative. It's kind of like the way like the Vampire Diaries was a popular show, so they gave them like the originals as a spinoff. Like that's what this show feels like. It just feels like a spinoff of AEW. Like it don't give me like brand split where both shows are equal. It's kind of like here, damn. For like the fan base that cares about Punk and like the very few people that still care about him.
There's many, you know. There's many.
So can you say again the names of like some of the people that's going to be on that brand?
Thunder Rosa is going to be on the show 100%. Miro, the former Rusev, will be on the show as well.
Yo, I don't want to. Before you finish, I don't want to hear that these women that decided to run a smear campaign against Thunder Rosa going on the fucking Collision show. You bitches better stay where the fuck you're at.
Do you know? Do you have any names?
She's not bothering you now. You can't complain about her now. So stay the fuck where you're at.
So you would not like to see one Dr. Britt Baker DMD on Collision?
No, that shit is stupid. Why you like leave her alone? Yo, Britt thinks that she's like an OG, like she invented women's wrestling. So like let her stay on the OG show. Like you got it.
I think we're in for a very funny week, AO, next week, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, no, I agree. At the end of the day, it's like y'all shunned her, y'all made Thunder Rosa look crazy, sound crazy, feel crazy about stuff. And look, if you have a problem with her, then stay away from her. But I almost feel like a couple of these women that were a part of this campaign will try to make themselves a part of Collision. So we'll see where that goes. A couple other names: Israa Andrade will be on this show.
Smash.
What?
Yeah.
You start playing Smash or Pass?
No.
If that is the case, I would like to pass.
Yeah, let's do it. Say the names. I'll tell you Smash.
I think Hangman Smash on Andrade is heavily implied here.
No.
So we don't need an answer from him.
You know what? All right. Dax Harwood from FTR.
Pass.
Ew.
Miro.
Smash.
CM Punk.
Hard pass.
You sure?
No, I'm getting violent. That man comes near me.
Okay. Samoa Joe.
Smash!
Oh my God.
You're so
Break her
real.
What?
So real. Listen, the girls will get it. Don't worry about it.
Charlie, you know what's funny? There was a Joe match she was watching months ago, and she was basically just like I need him. And I was like, what's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like Joe's beating shit out of Darby or something, and she was just like, Samoa Joe. I'm like,
yeah.
Wasn't we watching Joe versus Angle and Israa started acting irregular?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. She forgot all about Allah.
Now, AL, do you remember when she was watching Gunther versus Rey Mysterio? And she was just like, Gunther kind of.
Oh my God. No, neither of these things happened.
Definitely happened.
You gonna smirch my good name.
Oh, man. Now, the best one was when she was watching Beyond the podcast and she was like, nah, Hangman, oh my God, he's something else, you know?
I don't
The wrestler.
think that happened.
The wrestler. Yes, it
I'm
is.
talking about back of Hangman.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's talking about back of Hangman.
We're talking about Adam Page.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing that occurred in history ever.
Ever? I don't know. Who else is going to be on this fucking shit? Swerve is going to be on this show.
What
Smash.
the fuck, man?
Smash.
Boo. He will be on the show.
Don't get in your feelings.
Elite, how did this happen?
What, was Swerve going to Collision?
Yes.
Ayo, I think I'm noticing a trend here, Ayo, because Will Hobbs is going to Collision. Ricky Starks is going to Collision.
You're not about to make Collision the nigga show.
Hold on.
Like they made SmackDown the nigga show in the mid-2000s.
Listen, think about, hey man, Lee Moriarty, Swerve, Ricky Starks, Will Hobbs, Scorpio Sky, Stokely Hathaway. Do the Elite not like the blacks? Wait, what'd you say?
Bro, half of these people are the Elite's longtime friends that CM Punk is trying to steal because he doesn't have any talented friends, bro. He's got Dax's ass, who's got one knee. You feel me? And there's some other issues going on we're not gonna get into. You got fucking Cash, the most bland guy in the universe. All right. You got Andrade, who can't tell if he wants Charlotte to come sign a 30-year deal with AEW, or if he's going to punch Sammy in the face again tomorrow in an attempt to get fired.
I want both of these things to happen.
You got Thunder Rosa that has, multiple clicks pointing fingers at her kind of.
We love you, Melissa.
She's going to be mothering.
I have no issue with Rosa. All right, I think she's very talented.
Me and Thunder don't fuck with you, to be honest.
Thunder Rosa used to follow me for like 5 minutes, and then I don't know what she saw on my page when she hit that unfollow button.
Israa put in the call.
Didn't even know who Thunder Rosa was when this happened.
That's not true. I've been a fan of hers since like 2016.
You know what? I'm about to tweet out Collision Smasher Pass.
What was her name back in 2016 again, Israa? Just so everybody knows that you know. I mean, I know that you know, but for the people that in the audience who don't know, Thunder Rosa didn't go by Thunder Rosa in 2016. Right. But Israa, the super fan that she is, she's gonna. I know. Yeah, she's just gonna.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but are you saying because I'm a woman?
No. No.
So you're gonna tell me, name 5 Thunder Rosa matches?
No, I'm just saying her
hometown. No, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, Ayo.
This is crazy.
No, you're not going to pull me.
I was just trying to help out the community.
I do think she's on to something, AO. You are doing that.
Oh, my fucking God. Here comes the dick riding.
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, who else is going to be on this thing? Aleister Black, Malachi Black, Israa.
Pass.
I was going to ask about his booking, but sure. Darby Allin.
Hard pass.
We need him back in on Wednesdays.
I was gonna say Lee Moriarty, but I don't want to ruin my day. So
what is his eyes light up like that?
Oh, I don't ruin my day. Not ruining my day. But we're not gonna objectify these wrestlers. We're gonna analyze.
It's not objectifying.
True, it's just being honest.
When have I ever objectified any wrestler on this podcast?
Okay, Charlie, are you a Samoa girl? Or a Samoa Joe girly? Are you a fan of Joe?
Yes, absolutely.
How hard do you want him to get pushed on this show? Do you want him to just be like one of those guys who just is used here and there to like put people over? Do you want him to be like a major force, a top heel? What do you envision for him? What do you want to see out of Samoa Joe?
I'd like to just see him used in consistent storylines on TV. Whether that be like a gatekeeper of the division or like whether he gets another push or something. I don't really mind as long as he's just having cool matches. I don't really care.
I would tend to agree on that. Somebody that I'm looking out for personally is Eddie Kingston. I miss Eddie so much. I think he's such a big asset to AEW programming. When he was there last year, just talking shit to Jericho and like telling him who he really is. I mean, it's just a level of realness you don't get from a lot of wrestlers. So I'm a huge fan of Eddie. I miss him so much. And he's going to be in Japan in August, but we have a month before then. So I would love to see Eddie Kingston get his AEW run back on track. He's expected to be on AEW Collision as well, so I'm excited for that. Israa, are you an Eddie Kingston person? Are you an Eddie Kingston fan?
No, I love Eddie Kingston. I've also been an Eddie Kingston fan since like 2016. 2017.
What was he called in 2017?
Eddie Kingston.
What was his wrestling name?
Was he always Eddie Kingston?
Yeah, he was always Eddie Kingston.
He's always just been real. Like, I just think not everyone like really gets it, but that's because not everyone is real. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finally seeing him on TV because like I just don't think I get enough of him on AEW Dynamite.
I think he should rekindle his feud with CM Punk because there was so much meat left on the bone. And I think honestly, that was tremendous. Those 2 weeks where they were talking shit to each other and fighting, their match was great. It
was only 2 weeks, wasn't it?
It was 2 weeks. Yeah. Eddie came in and said, "You are a bitch," and then they fought, and then that was it.
Eddie was getting Punk booed out the fucking building. If Punk does want to turn heel, Eddie would be a good person to
I agree. I think the long-term play is CM Punk as a heel, Eddie Kingston, Darby Allin, as like the two baby faces that they put him against, and anyone else you could take your pick. Two guys I want to transition to, and I'm gonna pick Isra's brain first, and then switch to AO to kind of get his opinions broadly. Orange Cassidy will be on this show because he's a champion at the moment, so he will be on the show. The champions will be doing double duties in this new brand split. He's on the show. Swerve Strickland, the person that failed to beat him, will be on the show, as we said earlier. What do you think about those two wrestlers, Israa, and what did you think about their match?
I think both of them are great. Like, when I saw their match, because I watched AEW late because Game was on. I'm always going to pick the Heat over any other wrestling show, right? So I did catch up with it. I had seen the reactions on Twitter that everyone was upset that Swerve had lost. And so I watched the match, and I'm just thinking, like, this is probably like one of the hardest matches I've seen Orange Cassidy working. Like, I really thought this was like probably his favorite performance of mine. And then of course, like, Swerve is always going to be Swerve. Like, he's fucking great. Yeah, like, when you take into consideration the context of like what had built up to that point, like, the finish is I don't know, it's ridiculous, but you know, that's what wrestling is all about. Like, you're supposed to get emotion out of people. So before any guys talk about this match, I want to ask you something. How many? Actually, I'm gonna start with Ao. Ao, who's your favorite champion in AEW? Like, ever? Any belt?
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny Omega.
Charlie.
The Bucks.
Okay. Hangy.
CM Punk.
Trash.
What the?
How
is that even possible with 0 title defenses? How is that possible? Don't talk about me being a LeBron James dick rider when you just said that bullshit, bro.
Okay, so
what, bro? All right, so I'm sorry, Israa, but what he just said was just so disgusting.
I know.
Like, it was just so disgusting,
Miro's
bro.
TNT run was tremendous. Miro's TNT run.
What are we talking about?
Go ahead, Israa. Miro's TNT run.
I wanted to follow this up with, like, would you say, because this is how I feel, would you agree with me or disagree that Swerve not becoming champ, he kind of dodged a bullet? Because the way I look at it, TK is not that great, like, with booking title reigns. Like, it'll be like building up the wrestler to become champion, and then the match will be great, and the reception from the audience will be great, and like, everyone will be happy with whatever. But then once they hold the title, it's like it just turns cold for them. Like, I don't think they get their due diligence when they become champions. Whereas right now, like, everyone is like on Swerve's side. Whereas like, if he was to get the belt, who knows how he would be presented. That's just the way I look at it.
You bring a very interesting point, Israa. I think it speaks to a wider thing with wrestling in general, which is the chase tends to be better than the reign, and we'll probably get into that a little bit with Seth Rollins and how he's bucking the trend. But yeah, like, sometimes the chase is better than the reign. I think in AEW, Israa, it depends on the type of wrestler. If you're like a work ready ass nigga who could just be on TV matches, you know, you're gonna be able to have a better reign. That's why Orange Cassidy can just wrestle every week. And then other wrestlers that are more story driven, it's really up to them and their own ideas to make it more than what Tony gives them, I think. Because, yeah, sometimes when you're left only to Tony Khan, we get things like Wardlow's TNT run, which I think everybody would agree here, it's not particularly interesting, you know? So, I don't know if he dodged the bullet, because I'd still like to see him having the belt, but I do think you bring up an interesting point. Ao, how do you feel days later that your boy Swerve is not the international champion?
Oh, garbage booking. I see what Israel's saying, where TK fumbles title runs. I think it's definitely case by case basis. Lately, it's been a lot more missed than hit with the title runs, but at least it won't be on TV. I'll never say a talented AEW dodged the bullet by not winning a title, because in AEW, like, even if you have the title, but if you're like, you could be hot as ever. You could be one of the hottest people in the company. If you're not a champion, you might not be on TV, and you might not be on TV for like months and months. So, and he already kind of disappeared to Rampage for a little while there. It was getting spooky. It was definitely getting spooky, but he's been reheated now. The whole Mogul Embassy thing is going really well. He's got a big match on Dynamite next week. I think it's complete fucking garbage booking that Orange Cassidy won that match. It was just nonsense, bro. The way that they built up to it. So we're supposed to take Swerve seriously as a main event heel, as we absolutely fucking should. But the way they built up to it, Orange Cassidy is just damn near vegetable at this point. He's got to get wheeled to and from the bathroom at night by a nurse. He lives in a hospice nowadays with how beat up he is, and how beat up they're telling us he is, and how this is the end of the line, and how he won that battle royale. It's so, like, such a lucky fashion. Only Orange Cassidy's lazy ass could, because that's how broke it down he is, right? And then he pulls Swerve's tights, rolls him up, 1, 2, 3, and still. And like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, just don't book the match. Son, don't book a rematch. All right, leave it at that. Lucky ass victory in the battle royale. All right, Orange Cassidy's lazy ass outsmarted somebody to get the W. That definitely fits in his character. Let him continue his run. 1v1, bro, pulling the tights. That's not enough to protect Swerve, first of all. Second of all, they should have never booked the match. Third of all, they should have never promoted it this way. Like, Swerve was definitely going over. Tony Khan got killed on the timeline on Wednesday. He deserved that shit.
I do wonder if not Swerve, who's the person to do it. And, Roosh isn't going to be
there. Takeshita, bro.
I was just about to say, maybe Konosuke Takeshita, who recently turned heel on Kenny Omega, is the guy. I'm a big Takeshita person. He will be on Dynamite. Sorry to say for the Collision fans like myself, it's a big loss here, but he will be on Dynamite. And speaking of Dynamite and Kenny Omega and the Elite and Takeshita, Charlie.
Yes.
Okay. No. So Charlie, what's your perspective on the brand split from the standpoint of how do you think this will benefit your guys, the Elite, that a lot of these people are now leaving their show to do their stuff on Saturdays? What do you think the benefits are for y'all, and what do you think will be lost in this?
It's just a case of like there's going to be even more room for the story to breathe. Like they already do so much with this story, like on Dynamites anyway. So I don't think it's more of a benefit to them. It's more of a benefit to the other talent that there's another 2 hours, because of this has been an issue in AEW for ages where there's just not enough TV time for everyone to like get the time that they should. I don't think like it will massively benefit the Elite in any way, because they've always been like on TV, at least they've been treated as a priority, so they get the time they need. They're allowed to let do their segments how they want. So I think the brand split in general, I'm just indifferent to it right now, because I don't know how AEW are going to do it and how it's going to look in that company. So I'd rather like not form an opinion based on like how we've seen it in WWE. I'm hoping that it's something that I'll enjoy and that will just help the company in general.
Yeah, I agree. Look, to me, it's like when Raw and SmackDown became brands, you look backwards, right? Rey Mysterio got to be who he was because of that, because had there been no brands, he would have never gotten pushed. Edge came into his own as a singles wrestler when they made brands. Kurt Angle got an even bigger role on the show. He went from like one of the top guys to like the top guy on the show. Eddie Guerrero came into his own as a performer. The OVW guys like a John Cena and Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar, you guys know the story. So I'm not saying like it's perfect, but if AEW could approximate that, I think we could see something cool here, because again, you go back to the past, the Raw crew had a rivalry with the SmackDown crew. These guys wanted to outdo each other. And, look, with Twitter now, you're going to see tons of fans obviously getting into the discourse about like what show does better tickets, what show does better ratings,
Honestly, bro, honestly.
Yeah.
The whole Raw versus SmackDown shit was kayfabe. Mm-hmm. Like, it's going to be real static with these two shows. Like, people are going to get in their emotions.
And you know what? I
think you leading the forefront.
I will not be emotional in any way regarding AEW Collision and Dynamite. But what I will say is...
You're emotional about AEW at least 3 times a day.
No,
but continue.
You're mistaking me for Big AO. But again, to me, I think there's a healthy way to channel this rivalry, Charlie. Like, I think potentially a Collision locker room where Eddie Kingston's like, man, fuck them motherfuckers on the other side, man. Tony Khan got us in this show because he really doesn't fucking respect us. And them being motivated to show out, that's a good thing. And on the other side, Kenny Omega basically being like, yo, we got luchadors and Joshi here. We're so much better than them, and let's fucking show that and embarrass them. Like, let's fucking embarrass guys on Saturday. And at the end of the day, it's like you get people's best efforts when they're motivated by spite. We see this in sports and in real life. When you're spiteful and you want to make another motherfucker look bad, that's when your best work comes in. You know what I mean? And I think that's a healthy way to look at this, to be honest. And look, if this leads to Hook,
honestly, bro, fuck that healthy shit. Like, this shit is gonna get so negative.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be the
just
biggest
get negative? Like, I don't understand why you feel like emotional outrage isn't what sustains the wrestling community.
Explain.
Like, it is what it is.
How does emotional outrage sustain the wrestling community?
Cause like, if nobody's getting in their feelings, then no one cares. If no one cares, then like, what's the point?
That's good. That's interesting. So you're saying that
like, AO got in his feelings about Swerve losing, right?
Right. Yes.
So like, that means he cares. Like, that means that Swerve is doing something right.
He said not no more.
Tapped out AEW.
Hey, yo,
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I'm on Piero Joshi account now.
Hey, yo, you know damn well when Swerve main events episode 7 of Collision against CM Punk in a no disqualification match, you will be tapped in.
I just can't support that kind of person.
Who, Swerve?
No, Illinois Felipe.
You have not referred to him by CM Punk in about a month. Is there a reason for that?
It's been about 3 months. I don't know, bro. He thought he was, he thought he was hot shit calling Triple H Paul. So
Paul Beck.
Randall Keith.
So
you know what?
Yeah, that Randall shit he does.
Look,
like,
Swerve
just call him anything but his stage name.
Swerve and Punk have something in common. They both don't like Triple H. So there you go. Oh shit! I sent the wrong.
Broken clocks, that.
Twice a day. Yeah.
Shout out to Swerve.
I want Takeshita to become.
We're gonna get you out of there, my brother.
I want Takeshita to become a main event superstar on Dynamite. I want Hook to really get back to the momentum he had when he first showed up. I'd like to see Darby Allin wrestling regularly because he's great. I want to see Brody King emerge, Samoa Joe, Miro, all those guys. So, wish the best for both shows. Moving on, let
me respond to my error brother real quick before we move on. So Far said that it's a double-edged sword. Negativity breeds resentment, which then leads to people tuning out, which means it hits their pockets. That's not true. Love you down. But let's be honest. Every time fans talk about I'm not watching this shit no more because something happened that that rubbed them wrong, and then they still watch.
Mm-hmm.
Hardcore fans are always going to show up.
It's interesting.
They're just not going to live tweet so that it looks like they're not watching.
Like Murph. Oh my God, Israa, you missed. You saw Murph fucking being dramatic about AEW, right? He said he was done. And
okay, Murph is not here to defend himself.
No.
So let's move on to the next thing that you wanted to talk about.
Neither was Chris. You said he was snorting Adderall.
I was talking about you.
You said it about Chris too.
No, I didn't. I said you.
I love Murph. Anyways,
before we this nigga talking about
$2 from Berkey. How are we feeling about Shawn Spears versus Scorpio Sky? I
can't wait to that main events episode 2 of AEW Saturday Night Collision. I feel like that's what the product deserves. I feel like that's what the fans deserve. I feel like those are just 2 hard-nosed vets that'll really just be putting banger on after banger after banger after banger after banger on Saturday nights. I hope it is the Collision equivalent to Sammy Guevara versus Scorpio Sky feud, but also you do a lot more promos in this feud, and then also make it a best of 7. And I feel like that will be something that people talk about for years and years to come.
I think that Scorpio Sky and Shawn Spears are tremendous wrestlers. I think they're 2 of the best in AEW. I'm a big fan of both of them, and I can't wait to watch them on Saturdays.
I have evidence.
Not to the contrary.
Stating the contrary.
Definitely not.
Especially on one Scorpio Sky.
I don't fucking trust a lawyer. Thank you, Berkey.
Whoa. Not too much.
Not too much. Black Flash 9, the $10 super chat. Hi, Israa. You might not know me, but I've been in a wheelchair since the age of 10. But luckily, last night I was able to rise to my feet when Jimmy Butler choked away the finals. Again! Thank you, Black Flash.
Spitting. Darren Walker, £2 super chat. Who will be the commentary team for Collision? Caprice and Ian.
A little bit of Jim Ross.
That's what they deserve.
Christian Ramos, $5 super chat. Rosa should book the women's Collision roster. Bring Mission Pro, ROH, Impact, CMLL, AAA, Stardom, TJPW talent, and make that show feel like SmackDown and UPN. You know what, Christian? You reminded me to talk a little bit about the women because I didn't give them the spotlight that I should have earlier. Because I'd love to see more Willow Nightingale, and I would if Collision could be the show where she gets featured, and people like Athena, away from the Outcasts and stuff like that. Nothing against those people, I'd love it. So make it the fucking minority show.
I have a feeling the Outcasts are headed to Saturdays.
I think they're going to be right.
I have a feeling the Outcasts are about to expire. It's just a feeling that I get.
Let's make that happen.
I think I just personally, how we be talking about Israa Voodoo This shit is so fucking real, bro. There's nothing that I hate more than a mean girl duo. Like those besties that the only thing that brings them together is trying to like bring other people down, but then they always end up beefing with each other. Like that like sustains me. That keeps me going because it's inevitable. So, you know, the best, what are they called? The insiders? No, not them. The inside.
Oh, the homegrowns.
The homegrown. The insiders.
They don't have a name.
The insiders.
They should have just went with insiders. Like homegrowns is like, what is that? Like milk?
Well, depending who you ask.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you know, they do provide a lot of milk, but anyway. Thank you, Christian, for the $5. For the $5 super chat.
I can't be part of this.
Ayo said,
this is a family show.
This nigga is a pervert.
No, whoa, wait a minute.
Go to jail.
That's not the man that I am. Bob the Builder, $2 super chat, $2.20. Any idea when Stark's AEW contract expires, Ibu? No, because there's conflicting information on that depending on who you ask. So no, I don't know. Red Raider Dre, $20 super chat.
Shout out to the homie.
Israa, you can take this one.
He sent 20. Thank you. We love you. Sending this to say shout out Israa. Shout out AO Israa. Charlie Hangman gets no shout out from me until he gets on. I'm purist. Call me Sting the way I'll be praying on Punk and FTR Race's downfall from the rafters when Collision starts.
Dre, I'd love to be on Collision to school these Neanderthals, but they won't let me on. So, you know, what are you gonna do?
You can't get booked, little bro. You can't get booked.
I want everybody to know that they're genuinely afraid of me on Friday.
We're not afraid of you.
They're like literally, they are.
Our audience expects great things to happen on Friday night. That's why we draw the biggest gates. That's why we have the biggest houses. It's because there is an expectation of excellence on Fridays from everything involved except Chris's Wi-Fi. So to subject people that just went through a long work week, or maybe they're still at work on Friday, or maybe they still have to work through the weekend, they just want to throw it on purists and listen to real niggas talk graps. 3 black fans, 4 black fans. You feel me? Shout out to my nigga Marcus.
The difference
they don't want to be beholden. They don't want to hear your cuckoldry. All right. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear you bouncing up and down on CM Punk. They don't want to hear that shit. So
they wanna collectively bounce on the elite, like take turns.
Thank you, Israa. See, thank you. Finally, somebody.
And this is not me defending Hangman.
Thank you so much, Israa.
You are defending Hangman.
You're the best.
So
it's
you made an enemy out of me, Ayo.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't, because the thing is, I'm not going to entertain it. So
it's
you
3 black fans.
One-sided beef, my sister. Still love you. 4 black fans on Fridays. We don't want you, Hangman. All right, we don't want you and your blackface, Avi. I know what you look like for real. Nigga.
I'm black. All I know is.
So it's just
AL right there when Israa struck fear in his heart. That's like when Courage the Cowardly Dog, when Eustace was about to beat his ass, and he'd be like,
it's not fear, bro. It's called respect for women. First of all, it's called respect for my friends. Hey man, some values that you just do not have.
Israa, this is for you. You can take this one away.
Bob the Builder sent $2 Canadian. Israa is so fine. Respectfully.
Thank you for this.
If I say I know, then like I can't say. Thank you.
Go ahead, Charlie. Take this one.
Lamora, $5. What do you all make of the old AEW versus new AEW debates that have been popping up more lately? Is it just nostalgia?
No, it's not just.
It's not nostalgia.
AEW is not as good as it was 2019 to 2021. It's just not. It's unfortunate. You know, Cody Rhodes spoke about the spirit of All In. And some people said he was hating. I didn't. I didn't.
Look, I'm gonna say this, man. Is it one of those things where it's so black and white, like AEW back then was so perfect in every way, and like everything about current AEW is garbage? No, of course not, right? But with that said, there is a difference in approach and vibe. And even though there was a rough around the edges-ness to the old product, and there was a couple of shitters that you'd get TV time, of course you can name them, the fucking Oil Man and all that type of stuff. There was this rebellious energy, this very much started from the bottom without help from like the establishment thing going for them. And it's why Jericho and Moxie stood out, because they were the only established like WWE people on there. But besides that, it was a grassroots movement of the elite and their fan base, powering AEW, and there was just a specialness to it. We hadn't seen a show with like that much like electric, high work rate PWG style wrestling on TV, amongst other things. And to me, I think it peaked in 2021 when the show was just so hot that so many key names felt the need to switch over. So, early AEW all the way up until 2021, I think it was like almost a fever dream for me as a fan, as a hardcore fan. And it's just not quite the same to that degree. I don't know what you think about that, Charlie.
CM Punk just came in. He ruined it.
I think a lot of it is people are like constantly like of the mindset of, oh, now we're past this show, like things are going to pick up again. And I think they're doing themselves a disservice by leaning into that. I'm not saying like you shouldn't want better from the brand, because we all do. That's why we do these podcasts sometimes. But we're not going to get back to where it was like previously. It's just different now, and brands grow and change, and like as they get more mainstream, things change more, and they cater to different audiences, and it's not always going to be for everyone. But I do think they lean into some things, like some very WWE things that we've been seeing more and more lately, that they do need to try and move away from. But yeah, you've got to take it as it is, and obviously criticize it. That's what wrestling's for. Like if we just accept what we're shown, then we end up 20 years into a product hating it, like people did with WWE. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hopeful that things are going to improve, but like it's not just a case of, oh, we're just waiting for the hot summer period, because we're in that now. Forbidden Door's in 2 weeks.
That's a good point. I think a part of it also is when it comes to the creative process and the voices behind the scenes, there's been a lot of new people that came in from WWE. Mike Mansory, Adam Hopkins, Pat Buck. These are people that came in to do parts of the behind the scenes stuff, the production, the producers, the match agents, people like that. And at the end of the day, you draw from your frame of reference. And if your frame of reference is WWE, then you're going to get that feeling on the show. And for some people, that's not something that
really fucking bad. We need to stop. Nobody wants WWE light in AEW. WWE fans don't want it. They don't fucking want it, bro. They're not going to tune into AEW because AEW's doing WWE light shit. AEW fans don't fucking want it. That's why they stopped watching WWE. Or a lot of them still do watch WWE, or
but they resent it.
They resent it. You know, but that's not what they want in their wrestling. You feel me? It's just nobody. The quote unquote casuals that AEW is supposed to be drawing in, they're not gonna fucking tune into AEW because AEW did a WWE light segment. Bro, they're just gonna go watch WWE. All right. So it's just.
Israel, what do you? Go ahead.
No, I'm dumb. No, that's all I'm saying.
Israel, what do you? Because I know you weren't watching AEW at the beginning of this whole thing.
In protest of Cody Rhodes, I never fucked with him.
It's unfortunate.
I honestly think AEW got so much better when Cody Rhodes fucked off. It's crazy because he brought his bullshit to another company and made it worse. Like everything he touches is just trash. So when he left, I thought AEW got a lot better. And then CM Punk came and he started like snaking it up. It went from Cody Rhodes to CM Punk. It's like, let's make a dumpster fire out of this. There's so much talent here, but let's just nuke it. That's just the way I saw it. And then we know when CM Punk fucked off, it's like, damn, the show got so much better.
That's not
true.
That's not true.
Well,
and now he's back, Israa. Now he's back. He's pulling his little fucking puppeteer strings, fingers behind the scenes, pulling strings and shit. It's getting nasty.
It's not getting nasty.
I mean, the thing is, like, I think AEW has an identity. It's it just needs refining, and it needs to be more consistent and to kind of be built upon. I think doing like you guys were saying, the WWE light stuff. I personally don't care for all the work shoot stuff. It's like we've seen that it's not a gag no more. When it's like the 30th or 40th time, like let that shit go. Like I don't want to know.
MJF and Adam Cole talking about Vince McMahon thought you were not a top guy. And,
no, don't put Adam Cole in there. Adam Cole didn't say any work shoot shit. Except for the wife, I guess, his fiance leaving.
That nigga straight up, he said if you piss in a cup, that test is not coming out positive.
Steroids aren't part of kayfabe since when?
Hey, man.
Since when aren't steroids part of kayfabe?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Okay.
All I know is this. What I wanted to ask you, though, Israa, is not actually just about what you thought of that, because I'm aware that you are not a Cody Rhodes person, and so that soured you. But in general, what do you think just in media, like when like something is like a startup underground thing and people love it for that, and when it basically goes mainstream, goes pop, people switch up on that. Like, are you a believer in that? Are you one of those people?
I mean, if I support something that's low key, I want it to blow up. Like, I'm not like a gatekeeping weirdo. So like if AEW gets bigger and like there is a degree of like commercialness that's gonna happen because like they're expanding, so they kind of don't have no choice. It's just about finding a balance of like being able to appeal to fans that kind of put you on to begin with, while also like being more like polished and established and what have you.
Absolutely. Lamar, this is a great question. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jacob Donnelly, $5. Do you think they could be saving OC's loss for the first Collision? Only guessing because he's on the graphics. Maybe loses to someone like Miro. I'll tell you what, they had a match in the God. Do you remember they had a match? I think it was the Full Gear tournament, leading the Full Gear in 2021.
Yeah.
And it was like a 10-minute main event, and it was fucking great.
Yeah, it was really good.
I would love to see that.
All the champions are on the graphics for Collision. Jacob Donnelly. So I wouldn't look too much into that.
He'll be there though.
That would be a great match. It would be unfortunate if it was on Collision, but it is what it is.
I don't think OC's losing until after Forbidden Door now, though, because that's my feeling on him retaining. Like, they've got to have something planned for that show, like, involving the belt with OC. Otherwise, why wouldn't have you put it on Swerve? It felt like the perfect moment. So I'm trying to look at it like that way instead of getting hung up on it being a bad moment.
And if Roosh is going to be out until July, it wouldn't hurt to wait for him.
Yeah,
probably a singles match because they didn't announce the tournament that they announced last year in New Japan to get into the Forbidden Door match and shit. So I guess it's gonna be a one-on-one match. Who would y'all like to see Orange Cassidy wrestle 1v1?
A Desperado.
I'd rather see Swerve work that, but I can't. If
Darby's in it and they do a multi-man, I'd like to see something that involves Hiromu Takahashi. Other than that, it doesn't really matter to me. I think anybody you put against him would be great.
Another 4-way for it would be fun if they did a fatal 4-way again.
What they could be doing since actually never mind. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Jacob.
Thank you.
Homie Berkey, $2 super chat. We appreciate you, bro. Speaking of Starks, who better, him or Brian Cage? I think Brian Cage easily. Belt easily, Brian Cage.
I don't know about that. Israa, what do you think about Ricky Starks at the moment as a babyface?
It's not moving me.
You weren't into the Jay White match?
No, not particularly.
Charlie, were you into the Jay White match?
Which one? Because the second one was not good. The first one I enjoyed, but I really didn't like the second one.
Do you think Ricky should turn heel?
Yes.
Yeah, he don't know how to work babyface.
He's sassy as hell. He should be a heel.
I think they should just reform Team Taz. Honestly, him Hook and Will Hobbs.
I don't even know if it needs Hook at this point. I just think him and Hobbs as a tag team, honestly, because Hook's doing his own thing right now. Like, you kill his momentum that he's got, he's building with Jack Perry. Shut up! I corrected myself.
Okay.
He was doing this thing where he's pretending like people aren't really into something because he personally doesn't like it.
Yes.
I love Jungle Hook. What are you talking about?
I don't do that.
People are really into.
You love that. First of all, that's your go-to tactic, bro. If you don't like something, you can't fathom that is popular amongst the AEW fan base, or the AEW fan base thinks it's great.
You know what?
And that's regardless of my opinion on Jungle Hook. I'm not in love with it, but I see how a certain section of the AEW fan base that's not small are like obsessed with that pairing.
I'd like to see Hook go dolo and just be a badass, but the thing is, the way he was at the very beginning was totally fine. It's just that
are Jungle Hook still together?
They just reformed.
They've reunited again.
What's their tag name? It's just Jungle Hook.
It's just Jungle Hook.
Yeah.
I like the Twins. I think that would have caught on.
I don't think that was Fly on cable television. But, you know.
Coming up next on AEW Dynamite, the Twink Twins.
It's Pride Month, like.
It's Pride Month.
They have a Pride chat.
Amy Winehouse, $5 super chat. Not gonna lie, on Pierce on Opium slaps. Mrs. Winehouse, that is very distasteful. Rest in peace to yourself.
Don't talk to her like that.
Opioids are not good. Dax Yax, $5 super chat. My Easter, oh how I've missed you. Hugs and kisses. Give me a call soon. That won't be happening, Dax. Thank you for the money.
That was disgusting. Please never do that again.
Dax is up in his stuff forever.
Like, both of you need to go take care of your kids.
Facts. Lanier Harley, $5 super chat. One, AEW not selling tickets like they used to, but still selling pay-per-views and getting ratings. Says what? Two, Starks is headed to WWE, right? TK not a fan. I think not selling tickets like they used to, but still selling pay-per-views and doing pretty good ratings. If you look at how much cable has dropped off over the year, they're saying that AEW's ratings are like outpacing that and shit. But I don't know, maybe it's because the economy's fucked. But I also feel like back in the day, going to an AEW show used to be like a can't miss experience if you were an AEW fan. Like, it was a fucking party on Wednesday nights. Like, you had to be in the arena. Watching it at home just wasn't good enough. I don't know if that's how fans feel anymore. Like,
it's an interesting point. I don't know. All I know is kind of chest, and I'm slurping and burping on it. What are you talking about?
Wait, what?
I don't know. The nigga said I'm slurping and burping on it. I don't slurp and burp on that.
He's crying about the chat while we're reading super chats.
Like,
anyway, two,
he literally handpicked that one too.
Right? Yeah, he's nasty. I don't know if Starks is headed to WWE. I think TK probably has him placed on the card. I know some AEW fans agree with me. I know some AEW fans don't agree with me, but I think this is the shit that Ricky Starks should be doing. And him being on TV, being allowed to get his shit off regularly, is where he should be at right now. I don't think he needs to be in the main event. I don't think he needs to be world champion or anything like that. I don't think he has any business going over in a feud with Jay White. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Lanier.
The homie Adrian, $5 super chat. Shout out to the brand AO Charlie and Israa. Punk's gonna take a muscle buster and his bones are gonna turn into dust. That's crazy. Could you imagine?
CM Punk is going to withstand everything that Samoa Joe throws at him.
No, stuff like this is why the homie Adrian did not shout you out. Bam, appreciate you. Goat, tomato, goat. That refers to the order of which our StreamYards show our pictures. Hangman.
The tomatoes. Just in case
you didn't realize that the tomato is for your black ass. All right,
it's for you.
All
it's
love.
For you, nigga.
Need Jay White to pin CM Punk. That's a fact.
Fuck no.
Clean too.
Bro, who does CM Punk put over since coming back?
Just
like wasting everyone's time.
MJF.
Just no one.
Ibu thinks TK looks at OC like Vince views Roman. Oh no, he said Ibu. I think TK looks at OC like Vince views Roman. Tony does love Orange Cassidy.
No, I would say it's more like Vince in theory. Not that I love Orange Cassidy. I'm not comparing to theory, but I mean like the fetish, you know.
The thing is, Orange Cassidy, like no matter how hot or cold AEW is, Orange Cassidy is instant ratings. So TK finds any excuse to put him on TV as much as humanly possible. And as a businessman, if it works, it works. You know.
And even beyond that, I mean, look, he's a great wrestler.
Yeah, and he's amazing. He's amazing in ring. So
absolutely,
it's just. It is what it is.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. Shot-Town Spurs, $5 super chat. You want to get back to reading them?
Yeah, I think a major issue is the lack of workhorse-type title reigns at the moment. Too many people are missing or not defending. Hopefully Collision helps. Orange Cassidy is a workhorse. Wardlow is not a workhorse. Nope. MJF he's not a weekly wrestler. The FTR doesn't wrestle a lot on TV. You might have something there. You might have a point.
Yeah.
You might have a point. Thank you, Chi-Town.
The only belt we could see getting defended on an usual basis nowadays is the international title. And then we got fucking Wardlow, Jake Hager next week. What the fuck are we doing here, bro?
That might be real shit. That might be a real wrestling match right there.
But I used to defend Jake Hager, and you and Monty and just fucking and man would be like, "Oh, what the fuck is AO doing?" And now y'all are like popping in the chat about this shit. Like, what's going on?
It's Collision adjacent, so I have to hype.
You're disgusting, bro.
Bob the Builder, CA 220. I think OC wins the Owen Hart Trophy. Damn, you nigga might really be.
That would be.
He might.
How
really
much does one nigga need in a year?
I was gonna say, like, maybe he is Austin there. You gonna get a trophy.
If he gets all that, like, how much does one person need?
Tony really do think this nigga sexy. Miles the Dog, $5. AEW is in a far better place now that the American warlord Cody Rhodes no longer takes up 40 minutes. Mr. Zedong, I don't like your tone.
Look,
it's just
the thing is, right? Even if you hated the Codyverse shit, which a lot of it was bad, and I say that as someone who actually likes Cody Rhodes, right? It's memes aside and all that. Everything surrounding it was pretty fucking great at that time. So it's just like, I don't know, man. MJF is taking up them 40 minutes now.
Is there any way you could like become a Cody Rhodes fan?
I think if he like retires
I'm crying.
and like never speaks about wrestling or comes near wrestling again, I think maybe I will tolerate the fact that he existed at one point in time.
So I have a question for you. So if somehow Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins became shoot best friends, and there's nothing you could do, but you would just have to live with it. And then him and Seth Rollins become shoot best friends, and then they have the greatest tag team title run in WWE history. Would you still hate Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, because when he was in mid-carder, when he was in mid-carder, I thought he was trash. Like, I thought they was giving him too much when he was just in the mid-card. Now it's like being in the same fucking vicinity as Seth. Like, that's pushing it.
We're gonna get into the vile.
Also, by the way, Seth is really close friends with Finn Balor, and I'm always shitting on Finn Balor.
Yeah, where did this Balor?
She has beef with Balor. I don't get that one.
I never.
Look, I'm gonna get into it later because Seth Rollins is a nasty backstage politician that is doing nasty things to Cody Rhodes.
Would you like to get into that now? We have 3 more super chats.
Sure. So Seth Rollins has been complaining backstage since late last year about his role on the show. He was very frustrated.
No, he was very eloquently explaining like his grievances. I don't think he was complaining.
Wait, since this one was on screen, I'm just reading real fast. MazFan84, $2 super chat. Best fits in AEW, Sheeta or Starks, right? I think it's Sheeta. Should be dripping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you so much for the super chat.
Appreciate it.
Seth Rollins, there was a lot of noted instances to me that he would come after his match backstage through the curtain and basically kind of yell in the direction of Triple H and later Triple H and William Regal. You know, things like, you guys are sleeping on me, and try to follow that and stuff like that. He very much is somebody who operates with a chip on his shoulder. He would say that himself. And he was frustrated with his role. He did not want to wrestle Roman Reigns at Survivor Series last year because if they wrestled, he'd have to lose. And Seth Rollins refuses to lose to Roman Reigns, which I think is a personal hurdle that he just doesn't feel like overcoming. But nonetheless, he basically early in the year was very, very uninterested in his creative, pretty bored and unsatisfied. He voiced this heavily. And I think at some point Triple H got nervous about maybe him looking to leave, because I can tell you this also, he does have friends in AEW, and he's not going to make the jump now, but I do think it was one of those things where he didn't want the company to just assume that he'll be here forever no matter what. And I think that led to the creation of the World Heavyweight Championship. Fast forward to Mania weekend, he said that the push that Cody Rhodes is receiving in WWE makes him uncomfortable. He said that what they're giving to him so quickly and so fast basically just disgusts him, which is, you know, a little bit of hater talk, but he did voice this publicly. And Cody went on to lose the match. And we fast forward now to June, and Seth Rollins is the guy that Raw is built around. He's the champion. He's opening the shows. He's closing the shows. He's closing the shows in 20-minute matches. And Cody Rhodes is kind of floating in a Cody-verse until he finishes the story, which doesn't appear to be anytime soon. Cody Rhodes is still obviously a big merch getter, a big superstar. He gets great reactions. But he is a character on Seth Rollins' show. And I think Seth orchestrated this, and it's unfortunate.
Damn,
I think you need to cope. You really need to, like, cope. Like, you just, first of all, as Seth fucking should, like, because honestly, he's been an uncrowned champion for a while now. So, like, with or without a belt, he's still Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes, without no shine, without the main event, he's just going to be irrelevant because he's just Cody Rhodes. It's levels to this. And I think the reason why you're getting so insecure about this and it's like unsettling to your spirit is because you know that Cody's just going to fade into nothing. So you're blaming it on backstage politicking, even though Cody Rhodes is a notorious backstage politicker.
He's just
like, explain to me why he's trying to be besties with Triple H. Like, that's weird.
Because that's his father figure. That's the man who worked with his father in NXT.
Yeah.
That's his favorite wrestler.
That's why.
No, it's just he's
I think every shortcoming that Cody Rhodes has run into, he 100% deserves it and more.
People in the chat are picking Seth over Cody. Look, that's your subjective opinion. Charlie, I'm just asking you a question and you answer objectively, okay? Knowing the talent level of
Always
Cody Rhodes.
do.
Yeah, right. Knowing the talent level of a Cody Rhodes and a Seth Rollins, you tell me if this is the adequate usage of both of them on a 3-hour show. Last week's Raw opened with Seth Rollins cutting a promo and closed with the Seth Rollins 20-minute title defense. Cody Rhodes was featured Cody Rhodes was featured in the middle of the show in a 10-minute talking segment with Dominic Mysterio and The Miz, and that was it for him. Is that the adequate usage of those two wrestlers?
I mean, with Seth, yeah, he's the champion. Like, opening and closing the show makes sense. Like, it was setting up a match, that makes sense. With Cody, was it the best use of time? Probably not. But putting him up against someone who is objectively one of the biggest heels in WWE right now, because love him or hate him, Dominic Mysterio is really hated by that crowd in WWE. So, like, they're putting him against a heel that has a lot of heat, and he could probably get, like, a decent match out of. So, it was probably not the best use of Cody, but also Cody's, like whether I like him or not, he is going to always be over with the crowd and he'll make the most of what they give him. So I don't really see it as an issue. Also, can I just say, Seth refusing to lose to Roman's really weird of him, because I wouldn't want to lose to Roman either. Like, look at, like,
it's just a waste of my fucking time.
Yeah, like the 90% of the talent that has lost to Roman in the past 3 years, they either left the company or they're not really doing much. So
also, if you think about it, because if you think about it, like, at the time that Seth wasn't holding a title, like, a large majority of his work was him putting over other guys. Yeah. So, like, him losing to Roman doesn't make any sense at all because he doesn't need to put Roman over. Like, Roman is already like the top star. So Seth losing to Roman just wouldn't make any sense because that's not even what he was doing at the time.
It'd be an unsatisfying payoff to the feud, like, because people would want to see Seth go over, especially with how hot he is right now. Like, if he lost to Roman, like, that would kill a lot of momentum for Seth, and the crowd would fucking hate it.
You know what's crazy about it, Charlie? So what happened, here's the story. He puts over Matt Riddle at Extreme Rules, right? And the morning after, he's informed, we're going to build Survivor Series around the 20th anniversary of The Shield. You versus Roman, 20th anniversary. And he basically was just like, they were like, he was like, what's the finish? And they were like, well, Roman winning. And he was just like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. And basically, they just didn't do any of the anniversary stuff they were planning. Like, that's the stable they came up in. And he basically said, I don't care. I don't want to wrestle him. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like, being stuck in the Shield days when in the current day it's not benefiting you.
10th anniversary.
It's just very. No, I understand. Like, I'm literally a Shield stan. Like, I literally like have like Vietnam War flashbacks of Shield doing that, of Seth doing that shit to them too. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's just like some old head shit, just like reminiscing on like the good old days. But like, now it's not benefiting you. One of the members is not even in the company, and you two are not affiliated with each other anymore. So like, it's like something that them scrapping it is not a big deal.
Yeah, not at all.
It's pretty crazy. Look, respect to Seth for respecting himself and not being jerked around. I'm not gonna like take anything away from him for that. I think that he'd be like, I'd look at him really like lowly if he was letting the company just throw him around, putting over anybody.
Bro, wasn't they trying to 4-0 him against Cody?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this. Before the draft, he was asking about going to SmackDown because he assumed, this is what he thought. He thought Cody's winning this fucking championship. They're going to make me turn heel while I'm really this over, and I'm going to have to lose this motherfucker again. And so he was preemptively like, yo, can you move me and stuff? And when Cody lost and then they made the new belt, he was like, oh, fucking bet. Give me that shit. So,
I mean, I'm not a Seth Rollins fan at all. But, you know, good for him for standing up for himself. You know, everybody should.
Cody, if you're listening
it works
to this,
out for some, doesn't work out for others.
Cody, if you're listening to this, stop playing nice. It's time to fight back. I think you should call Vince.
But fight for what? Like, if you like, Cody just got here a year and some change ago. Like, I don't know why you think he should just show up and start moving furniture around. He should really pay his dues.
When you move tickets, you can move some furniture.
There's no, he's not moving tickets. I've never heard of anyone saying they're going to a show for Cody Rhodes. It's not even like a thing.
I know 10 people right now that would tell you that.
10 people.
And all of them are your personalities.
All I know is Cody Rhodes. If Seth is going to go to Hunter and talk in his ear, you need to go to his father-in-law. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. Like, they fucked up the WrestleMania finish, and it really just doesn't feel right for Cody to win the belts from Roman at this point. It feels like it'd be a case of, like, well, we fucked up the first time, so here you go. Like, I don't
Charlie,
know.
Monty's moved on to Jay Uso as the agenda.
Honestly, I don't blame him.
Monty was on that Cody train.
Oh my God! And I made him my son.
It's
now look at him, egg on your face.
It's crazy to look back. Israa had that famous argument with Monty right before the Rumble, you know, and me and Monty are pumping our chests like, nah, Cody's gonna win the fucking Rumble. He's gonna pin Roman. It's over for Seth, man. He's fucking cooked. Cause Seth, you know, he got eliminated by Logan Paul, you know, and now look at how.
Yo, Logan and Seth was a great match. So like, I won. And like when you think about it, like all this time has passed. Like we could look at it in hindsight. Like I really won.
It's pretty crazy, and it's a bit unfortunate.
Long game, and it paid off. So
it's a bit unfortunate for me. I honestly, Israa, I think Logan Paul's going to be a surprise entrant in Money in the Bank. I think he's going to enter it. I think he's going to win it. I think he's going to fight Seth again. That's just my feeling. But it's you know, it's not what they tell me. It's just my feeling. They tell me it's LA Knight, but what are you going to do? Before we move on, just a general overview. What do you think about Seth's run in these first 2 weeks? Do you think Raw is the more?
Why do you give out spoilers? Like that's not cool.
My fault. My bad. People of Wrestle Purists.
No, that's so not cool.
It's pretty fucking obvious who's gonna win Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but like, why would you say that out loud?
I mean, if they come for me, I'm gonna just.
Oh my God, let's not have our family problems out in the open. Let's move on to the next thing.
No, I was just gonna say, hold on here. Monty's mad at me for
crying.
He's like, you piece of shit. My bad, people.
No, like.
Yeah, I was kind of.
Yeah, well, can you mute Hangman? Ayo, you got my powers, right?
Yeah, I got you. Anyway, let's get back into some super chats. Hangman's being benched on his own podcast. Where do we stop? M. Jedong. $5 super chat. Ibu, I know about your second family in the Shuha province. Shuhan? Ibu, take care of your kids. What's wrong with you piece of shit? Bob the Builder, $2.20 super chat. What odds is there another surprise for Collision? Probably pretty good. I could definitely see if Goldberg shows up in AEW, it'd probably be for a Collision taping, I would assume. I don't know that. I'm just assuming. So let's see. Jacob Donnelly, $5 super chat. Any merit to Punk versus Kenta happening ever been endured? Yes, but it is not booked. But there is merit to it. There's a lot of merit to it. Maz fan 84, $2 super chat. Rank Takeshita to the graduated New Japan Young Lions. I would have Takeshita at number 1 because he's the only one who's carried a company on his back before in DDT. I think he's the only one capable of carrying. I think he's the. I'm sorry, I was looking at some shit. I was looking at the fucking private chat. Ibu, have you learned your lesson?
He's probably muted.
He's fucking crying. He's just
on behalf of the Russell Pierce family. I deeply apologize for the spoiler on Money in the Bank. I was kidding. I do not know who is winning the Money in the Bank.
Bro, they're gonna change the whole fucking plan now because this motherfucker can't shut up.
Can you imagine this dude talking backstage? He's like,
I don't know how you still have sources. Like, that's nuts.
You know, this black motherfucker, he just went and said my fucking business. Yeah, and he just yeah.
Top four graduated Young Lions. I would have Carl Frederick 1, Shooter 2, Suji 3, Ren Narita 4, and then we don't even. Clark Connors had a really good showing at Best of Super Juniors. Kevin Knight has looked absolutely amazing. Yuya Uemura, he's stuck in Dixieland. Nobody knows what he's got going on, so we just not even going to talk about him.
Takeshita and Kaito Kiyomiya are the two best young Japanese wrestlers out there. Takeshita is notably better than the young lions in New Japan, and I'm high on most of them. Takeshita is going to be a superstar. He's like 6'3", can do anything in the ring. He's like watching LeBron. So shout out to him. He's better than all the others.
I don't think there's really anyone comparable over there to Takeshita.
No,
like he's only like what 26. I think he just turned 27 today or something. And he's been wrestling for 10 years. He's been 10 years. He's 10. No, not even 10 years. 11 years. Working since he was 16.
Hey, yo, it's like looking at Giannis. It's like the guy's already an all-star. He already knows how to do the thing. You know what I mean? And the other guys, it's like they can do the thing someday. It's different. Thank you so much for the super chat,
definitely. Man. The chat's talking about Carl Fredericks. Stop signing these.
This man really has like been screaming in my ear.
What they got him doing?
He is a bisexual Native American that wrestles on NXT.
Is he actually either of those things? Is he actually bisexual or Native American?
I mean, they mentioned that he's of Native American heritage, which is actually a shoot.
Bro, I thought Hangman was talking about himself. Hold on.
No, I am not.
What are you talking about?
Native American. Carl Fredericks. He was a New Japan trainee, and he's in NXT right now. I'm
about to Google him.
His new name is Eddie Thorpe with a Y.
I forgot they changed his name. I thought he got to keep his shit like Dragon Lee. Nope, I don't love you like that, bro.
No, he wasn't famous enough to keep his name.
That's nasty.
Eddie Thorpe.
He looks like a bisexual Native American. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he's a solid worker. He's just wrestling in NXT right now.
You know, it is what it is. And it ain't
my man lasted Ibu's white though.
Who would you have? I assume you'd have number 2 as fucking Yuya on some
100%.
Yeah, you're delusional. Who do you have as number 3 and 4?
Ayo, show Israa Yuya Uemura on the screen.
I know him.
Okay.
I thirst followed him, but then I unfollowed him because I saw that one picture that gave me the ick.
What picture would that be?
It's definitely the picture that were always like, who would you choose? And it's a nigga just looking like an absolute star, or Yuya with like his hands like sassily laid up against the rope, like pointing his ass out like.
Oh my god! No, you guys are terrible.
Who do you have as 3 and 4? Chuck, you answered 2.
Under Yuya, I'm gonna put Shota, even though he's not a finished package. He made great strides on his appearance in the last year. He's in great physical shape. And he has the gear and the look now. And he has his moments when he shows great fire at Forbidden Door. He was great last year, so I put him at number 3 under Yuya. And then under him, I think Ren Narita is actually a better worker than Yota Tsuji, but Yota Tsuji looks way more like a star than Ren Narita, who kind of comes off like a geek.
Hey, so flips, nigga.
I don't
think Ren comes off like a geek. I think he has the look that he's shooting for. I think that's like the look that he's going for. Just it is, but it also black trunks, black boots, Suzuki hard nosed ass nigga.
The thing is, he you're not Shibata, bro. You know what I mean? It's just not Shibata. I don't have a problem with Ren Narita though. I don't have a problem with Ren Narita.
The Shibata cosplay is something. I think he's getting. I think he's starting to find his own path a little bit. Not so much with the look, but with the. He's not just on Daily Motion copying down Shibata.
Oh my god!
Jacob Donnelly sent me $2 super chat. Shout out to Jacob Donnelly. Not gonna lie, Seth is more over than Cody right now. I mean, we're just stating the obvious at this point. But thank you for the fact check, brother.
I will say, Dumb Guy Live's Parker, Dumb Guy Live every Tuesday. He was at SmackDown in Iowa, and he claimed that after SmackDown went off the air, that Seth Rollins had a match where the Iowans wouldn't let him wrestle because they wouldn't stop singing his song. And so the majority of the match is them singing his song in the dark match. So look, man, people like the song. People like to sing and dance, but with Cody, they like to feel. and emote. And
so you
did you just imply that Steph is a theme song merchant? Just like FTR.
Mind you, everyone yells when Cody Rhodes theme.
What were you saying, Israa?
I'm saying suck my dick. You hear the crowd when Cody Rhodes theme song come on. Like, if anything, he's a theme song merchant because everything else he do, they're cold.
That's not
mind you, during Seth's matches, they sing his song.
Wow.
While he is wrestling.
Wow.
That is the universal chant.
When Cody wrestles, people go, adrenaline.
No one does that. You just made that up. Yo, get rid of him, please. Oh my God, I can't. I'm having a really hard week due to my sports team, and so I just have a headache. Emotional distress. I can't take none of this right now. Like,
what's the next super chat? Bob the Builder, $5.50. My wild hot take is that CM Punk will eventually return to WWE after his AEW run, especially if this run doesn't work out.
That's never happening.
I don't think so.
I don't like that nigga, and nor should they. Bro, do you remember right before not CM Punk, right before Triple H had that heart attack? You know what he said to the media? And he didn't even try to like hide that it was him who said it, but it was like quote unquote off the record, so they didn't boast his name. When he found out CM Punk was going to AEW, he laughed and said, "Good fucking luck." And guess what? It split the locker room.
That's because Triple H is a smug dick,
And so far, no matter how right or wrong you think Punk is in feeling how he feels or whatever, only he could have the effect, this negative effect. Whether you think he was right or wrong in this situation, I'm not trying to debate it with you right now. Only he has the power to have this negative effect on the AEW fan base, with that being it being split online, whether you think online fans matter or not, with people, choosing one side or the other. There having to be an entire different show with a roster split. Yes, Collision was always going to happen with or without Punk, but Punk being around makes it so it has to be a roster split. So Triple H was right, bro. He's over there laughing his ass off. He thinks all this shit's hilarious. He thinks Brawl Out Scrum was hilarious. He was like, hey, man, me and my fucking crystal ball, we saw it coming a mile away. And
all I know is...
And he's never going to put himself in a position for that to happen to him.
Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, CM Punk, these guys have something in common.
Yo, come on. This is disgusting.
You're comparing this white man to two legendary black Muslim men, and you should be so fucking ashamed. And why is he still up here?
No, wait, please, next super chat. No.
He's doing the Cody Rhodes is invited at the cookout thing.
No, I'm not doing Cody Black. I'm not doing Black Cody. Mao Zedong. Oh, by the way, Mao Zedong said that I had a Sichuan family. I do have a Chinese last name. He says here that Seth has always been a loyal party member. Seth is a member of the,
Seth's a member of the CCP?
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's so fucking real.
He's just like John Cena. Devil's Rising, £2 super chat. Charlie spitting facts as per usual. Facts. Except for that one time where she couldn't stop putting over FTR.
Oh my God.
I couldn't believe it.
The best Charlie review ever was when she was like, "Oh, he was at Royal Question. Oh my God, just the delightful,
absolute delightful, life-changing experience.
I
couldn't believe the delectabilities that I was able to partake in. Cheers, safe, bruv, in it.
Safe, bruv. Yo, Monty.
Aussie Open were really good in that tag match.
Monty, I'd be in a conversation with Monty. He'll be like, "All right, man, safe, bro." I'm like, "All right,
safe, bro."
Safe. Yeah, thank you for the super chat. Is that it? AL?
Yeah, that's it. We're all caught up now.
All right, so Mercedes Moné is
before we continue quickly, yes. If you guys are still in live chat, can you please like the video if you haven't already?
Like the video.
Thank you.
Yeah, like the video, subscribe, all that.
Like the fucking video, because if you don't, go ahead.
Hey man, I wasn't gonna say anything. But this is your best performance Sunday podcast of all time, metrically, gate wise, and concurrent viewers wise.
No, we've done 200. We've done 200 plus before. This is what we do on Sundays.
This is just not what y'all do on Sundays.
This is what we do on Sundays.
It's just not what you do.
Why is this nigga capping
on Sundays?
This is what we do on Sundays.
It's okay. No, it's okay. I got bones that I could bury. I'll take care of it.
Yeah,
look, all I know is this.
Please.
All I know is this. If you don't like this video, I'm going to DM you a fucking essay.
Oh my god.
You'll fucking do it too.
Let's move on to the next topic.
All right, Israa, who's the greatest women's wrestler in American wrestling history?
The world.
Mercedes Mone.
Sasha Banks. Mercedes Mone.
Absolutely.
I don't do the America versus other countries thing. She's the best in the world because the world revolves around America and the world and wrestling revolves around Mercedes.
Mercedes Mone left the WWE this year, and she signed a dual contract with Stardom and Bushiroad. She has appeared in New Japan shows. She's appeared in Stardom shows. She appeared in New Japan shows in the United States. She won the IWGP Women's Championship from Kairi. She then lost that belt. Excuse me. Lost it to Mayu Iwatani. She faced Willow Nightingale for the Strong Women's Championship, a new belt. By the way, like they're just making up belts just for Mercedes, which is like so funny. Like they're just creating new ones for her. She lost this one to Willow because she got hurt her ankle, and she's had a very interesting run so far. And had she not gotten hurt, there was some whispers that she was going to face Saraya, the former Paige, at Forbidden Door.
I heard some whispers that. Mm-hmm. Possibly she took herself out so she don't gotta wrestle Saraya, but I mean we all just hear things.
So you think she walked into that match with Willow with a heavy heart, knowing that the next match was Saraya, and said, God,
I'm out of here.
I can't do this.
She did the cost-benefit analysis and she was like, I could really use a break right now. Like
she said, Willow, give me a little push. I'm gonna just fall. I'm gonna land on this fucking ankle. I'll be all right. It'll take 2 months off.
No, I don't. But anyways.
So yeah,
that shit would have been a disaster.
There was discussions with her to fight Saraya. They were going to build on the fact that Saraya's career originally ended on the hands of Sasha Banks. They had a match in a house show, and Saraya broke her neck after a drop kick to the back of the neck, if I'm not mistaken. So they're going to draw on that and do a match. That match is not happening at Forbidden Door because Mercedes' ankle is broken. I can tell you guys that there's still some discussions about that match happening in Wembley Stadium and AEW All In. I don't know how many dates AEW would have for Mercedes, but
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I don't believe it until I see it because we've seen this movie before. It's always like the boy that cried wolf with Mercedes and AEW. Like until it happens, like shut up. Look, I'm not trying to hear no more rumors, no more gushy bullshit, none of that gossip shit. Y'all a grown ass fucking man gossiping about a woman and what she might be doing.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling at nobody. I'm just saying no one like Sasha Mercedes don't talk to these dirt sheets. She'll talk to Sports Illustrated.
She doesn't, yeah.
So like you're just believing people that are just like hoping and thinking and like they heard from a guy who might have reached out to someone else that might know her. Like shut the fuck up. Let's be so fucking for real right now.
Tony Khan did say a few weeks ago. Tony Khan did the way you did that rant and then check your phone real quick. You're like, you fuck up. Tony did say like they asked him about Mercedes and he got on Twitch. He was like, only me and Mercedes know what was going to happen at Forbidden Door. Like he did say that. So something was going to happen at Forbidden Door. It looks like. Israa, I'm gonna start with you because Charlie did weigh on this briefly. What do you think about Saraya versus Mercedes as a matchup? Is that something you would jump to first if you had an opportunity at Mercedes? And if you had Mercedes for a couple matches, if you were running AEW, what would you do?
Shida, Riho, Athena. There's so much good talent that are just as equally charismatic and talented as Mercedes that she could have chemistry with instead of somebody else that she has to carry because she's done enough of that in her career. So I don't know. I feel like her versus Saraya, I don't think it will be a complete bust because Mercedes is going to do what she does and Saraya's going to end up getting outworked. And then that's just going to be what it is. But like, that's not moving nobody. And also, it's just like a rumor. And I just don't think we need to entertain any more rumors with Mercedes. Like, just like wait for the shit to actually happen because you're going to get your hopes up. Again, this is like the 6th or 7th time this is happening.
Charlie, are you moved by the prospect of Saraya versus Mercedes Mone?
Absolutely not. I said this the other day as well. It's not a match I want to see, especially like if Mercedes does work with AEW, it's probably only going to be like a couple of appearances. I really don't see her signing a deal there. And like, I don't blame her. Like, she tried to fix one women's division and she walked out of that one, so she shouldn't have to fix another women's division. So I don't know, man. I'd like to see her there because there is like a handful of talent that I think she'd have really good matches with, and Saraya doesn't even make like the top 20. So
she's not even top 40 active in AEW with the women's division.
Now, Ayo, you tell me if I'm off base, but like, you know, I remember when I asked right when I heard the report, I was asking around from people in AEW, and they couldn't confirm to me it, but they were defending it. Charlie spitting facts is per usual. Ayo, you tell me if I'm off base. I asked people in AEW about this, and they couldn't confirm to me about it. But some of them were trying to defend it to me. Like they were like, well, you know, Saraya is a WWE name, and like people are gonna know who she is, and it's gonna draw big because of that. And my response to them was, anybody that you put against Mercedes will draw big because of Mercedes. So you really don't have to think in that way. Tell me if I'm off base with that. Like, I think if they throw fucking, again, Willow Nightingale, if they ran that back on AEW programming, is that going to draw poorly because Sasha fans are like, I'm not familiar with Willow? No, I don't think so. You know?
Mm.
Look, as someone who wasn't watching wrestling when Paige and Sasha, as they were known back then, were having their feuds or had their history in tag teams or whatever the fuck they had going on, I don't know because I wasn't watching. I don't care about none of that shit. I know Saraya's not popular with the AEW fan base. Unfortunately, she does draw good heat from the crowds.
Mm-hmm.
And her quarters always do good numbers and all that shit. So she's been a commercial success and like presentation-wise, the wrestling's been bad. It's not been good at all. Do I want to see Sasha? Do I want to see Mercedes wrestle her? No, absolutely fucking not. I would love to see her wrestle. Just like literally like anybody else.
The high end,
mainly Rio, Shida, Stat, even Tony, but that's not gonna happen for win-loss reasons and shit. Like it's just so many different women that I'd rather even see DMD because it's just like fuck it. DMD is the biggest homegrown star that we've been able to make in the AEW Women's division.
Mm-hmm.
Like just put her against Mercedes. Hopefully she'll get a rub. Even though she's limited wrestling wise as well. Another homegrown star that's gotten over his folk who's done an amazing job is Jamie Hayter. But she can actually really, really work. So I would love to see that match.
Pass.
Someone clip that.
Yeah, someone clip that. But who knows when she's gonna be back. So yeah, just no Saraya. We're good. So a use for Saraya would be Stat at all. Actually, so I think we have a super chat about that. Yeah, we do. Devil's Rising, £5 super chat. Rather have Statlander versus Saraya, as Statlander has said this in a recent interview for All In that she wants this match. I think that would be a really good rub for Statlander to beat Saraya at All In. Which is why she should be working workhorses right now and not the Anna Jays of the world. So she could have you can at least there's parts of her reigns that are for everyone, like the super worker matches, and then there's also all right, let's get our girl a rub here, making her go against Paige in Wembley and shit.
Hey you talking about Statlander having to work the Anna Jays of the world reminds me of something that Israa said a long time ago on WrestlePeers Divas podcast. You made the point, Israa, about how a lot of Mercedes' work in WWE was her lowering herself to kind of basically work to the speed and level of some of the opponents, try to bring them up and stuff like that, and that she's really testing herself because of her competition, right? And I now look at Chris Statlander, who I'm personally very high on. She's having to basically babysit someone like Anna Jay, who, nothing against her, at her experience level and talent level, she's not a great wrestler right now. And I'm noticing across the board in wrestling, in women's wrestling in America, it's women that it's like they try to spread the good talents thin and have them all kind of do that. They're all babysitting. They're all kind of
instead of just having the good talents actually. It's just all right, Sheeta's really good, so we could just throw her out there with someone who we're invested in but isn't great. And then it's just Stat's also really good, so we'll throw her in there with someone who we're invested in but isn't great. Yeah, and then they just do that up and down the roster instead of having matches like Rio versus Yuka that they had on Rampage that was amazing.
100%. And to tie back to the Israa thing, like you said, she left one division because she wasn't, trying to fucking fix it. And it's like she'd be walking in a situation where she'd have to fix it.
She would be doing the same thing again. Like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm. It's a tough one.
Like, man, she's having an incredible run. Like, all the matches that she's had, like, she hasn't had a single miss. So why are you trying to taint her beautiful run? Is my question.
Which is why I
think honestly, can I be completely honest with all you? Yeah. I think Saraya just wants attention, so she's just talking. Like, I don't even think this is real. I don't believe this. I think it's a crock of shit.
Could you imagine if she was just talking to the reporters and just like, nah, they're talking about this match. They're thinking
yeah, I really don't think that's true.
I don't know. Who knows? Saraya is very nice to me, so I don't have a problem with her personally. But why did both Charlie and this
anyways?
Don't make me pull up the footage.
Whoa!
Because let me remind you, when she came back to wrestling in AEW, you went on a whole fucking rant about how trash she is, about how she's gonna ruin the fucking women's division, and she's gonna set women's wrestling back 40 years. You said that.
Saraya,
you literally shouldn't, like, bro.
I think Saraya, I think you're a gracious human being. I thank you.
She's not watching this shit, bro.
I thank you.
She don't watch
for everything.
She don't really care about you. She don't really care about you.
That's not true. Saraya cares about me.
You both are just clout demons.
Oh my god.
that's
like literally both of you. That's why you deserve each other, and she can have you.
Oh my god! Release the Israa files.
There are no. Israa has no.
Oh no, there is.
Release the Israa files.
Someone said backpedaling.
No, that one eats though.
I am not a backpedaler. Look, that's why for me, I don't ever want her to do a full-time run in any American women's company in the foreseeable future. I'd rather her be selfish and fulfill herself by challenging herself. And that doesn't mean she can't pass by an AEW to work someone here and there. But when you do that and you have that type of schedule, it forces AEW to send someone good at her rather than be like, all right, we have you every week, so this week we want you to do this bullshit. No, she's done doing bullshit. Let her fucking fulfill herself with great wrestlers. So that's right.
Could you imagine we finally get Mercedes Moné booked and it's like, we got you going over, but we need you to give Anna Jay a rub, sister. Like, get that shit the fuck out my face,
it's
bro.
Like, yo, she's been doing that for 10 years, bro. She had a 2 pay-per-view cycle feud with Carmella, and God bless Carmella.
Those matches were good.
They were good as hell.
That's
my point, though.
That's enough out of you.
They were very good. But it's like, you know why they were very good. Carmella's never had matches on that level with anybody else. I like Carmella for what she is, but she's not a Mercedes level wrestler.
Carmella is a generational wrestling talent, and you will respect her.
She definitely is generational.
You literally,
what?
You know what?
Yeah, so you're about to engage in ad hominem attacks that wouldn't have been true.
No, I mean, if you're gonna literally get up here and lie about Paige being good, I can't be honest about how I really feel about women's wrestling. You don't even like women.
I love women, and I said she's a good person. That's what I said. I said she's a good person. But yeah, Mercedes, man, hopefully everything works out with her. Real quick, Israa, is Willow worth Mercedes' time?
Oh my god. Yes, they wrestled each other.
Tony
and it was
Storm.
good.
Tony Storm?
No, not at all.
Britt Baker.
No. Hold on. Let me just bring up the. Wait, you said no to Tony Storm? You don't like Tony Storm?
No to Tony Storm and no to Britt Baker. Next.
Jamie Hayter.
Hold on. I'm about to
Ruby Soho.
Let me bring up the roster.
Come on,
we can go one by one. I got it right here. All right. You said no to Tony Storm, Chris Statlander?
No. I'll take Chris.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's it for the champions. Let me scroll down to the women's roster. All right. Oh, hold on. Abaddon.
Nah, the only person from that top row is Athena.
Okay.
That's worth it.
Athena versus Mercedes would be amazing.
10
Athena
out of 10.
is my
women's
wrestler of the year, bro. I got that cap to you. I wish what she was doing was on TV. Emi Sakura is the only woman in this row.
Hikaru Shida. I would like to see Jade.
I would love to see the Jade match.
I think Shida and Jade would be a lot of fun, but then the two on the right, trash.
Look, all right, it's just got agendas against Jamie.
I don't got no agendas. This is my opinion.
Oh yeah, of course. I know we just said we don't want to see Mercedes do the whole, can you give her a woman more invested in the rub, sister? But Jade is such a great actress. So say what you want to say about how she is in the ring. I love Jade Cargill. I would love to see a program between her and Mercedes.
Yeah.
I would love to see the match. Cry.
It would be a lot of fun.
Cry.
None of it's except for Chris.
Hero Hogan for personal implications would be funny.
The personal implications would be hilarious.
Yes.
Chris, yes. I'm not as high on Layla Hirsch's.
I'm straight on that.
Madison.
Nyla Rose, I'd like to see her versus Mercedes.
Nyla Rose would be like a
that could be
really
fun.
That could be really good. The way that Nyla Rose would throw Mercedes around the ring would be insane, bro. Because you know how Mercedes... Did you see how Mercedes bumped on that fucking Willow pounce, bro?
Yeah, it was
crazy.
That was art. That was art.
Riho versus Mercedes would be incredible.
I would like to see
I'm only looking at Riho.
I would like to see both. I would like to see Riho and Red Velvet.
I'm thinking just Riho, to be honest. We're talking about worth her time.
Ruby Soho.
Serena Deeb.
You know.
I'm not too high on Serena Deeb, but she's a good wrestler.
She's kind of boring.
You know.
I would want to see Mercedes and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
If Ty Mello could find the spirit that she had in that Sheeta match, bro.
I'm good, bro.
Bro, do you remember that Sheeta match?
I do.
Could you imagine that Ty versus Mercedes?
That Ty is not real, bro.
It could be real.
If Ty could get back to
Mercedes could absolutely bring it out of here. I think Ty has the ability to get it out of herself, bro. I think it is real. I would love to see both of these matches.
Yuka Sakazaki and Willow Nightingale. Both of those would be fucking great.
So it's not
You know what? This women's roster is better when I look at it. Like
when you look at it on paper, bro,
it's pretty good.
It's so much more trash than there is great talent. I'm so sorry to tell you.
but I guess my point is like we look at how they're used on TV, and it feels like there's only 6 fucking people, and they're like used all in the same way. Then you like look at it, you're like, there's some people, right,
bro. The pieces are there. We don't need this. Like, there's no we need to sign this talent to get the women's roster where it needs to be. That's not the case anymore. There was a point when that was the case, but it's not anymore. So
it's good stuff, man. As we start to kind of come to a close here, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't say something on Iron Sheik, because I didn't get to speak on him after he passed because I didn't get to do any podcasts, and I am kind of the 80s wrestling guy here, and I just wanted to say that he's one of the most influential and important characters in the history of wrestling, and Hulk Hogan, of a bunch, to name a bunch of people, Hulk Hogan would not be where he is if it wasn't for Sheik, because it was Iron Sheik that he beat in Madison Square Garden to kind of start Hulkamania. Actually, it was his first title run, beating Iron Sheik, and Iron Sheik won the championship, beating Bob Backlund, who had one of the longest title reigns in the history of the company. Sheik was doing the whole foreign menace gimmick, representing Iran. He actually left Iran for political reasons to come to the United States. He was an Olympic level wrestler who didn't get to wrestle in the Olympics for legal reasons. He was very, very talented when it comes to character work. He was the guy that by the time he got to work for Vince McMahon in WWF, he was physically shot, but he was so fun and had so much charisma that he was an enduring character. And I mean, even if you're not familiar with Iron Sheik, right? Like as a wrestler, most people have heard his name, and it's because none of us here were alive watching 80s WWF, right? But like, I'm sure all of us have seen a meme or two, or the tweets, or the shoot interviews, right? And it's because his personality, it transcended him in wrestling. Like the tools that helped him make it in WWF with the interviews with Mean Gene Okerlund, he brought that exact same energy to Howard Stern or to the other stuff. So I want to give a shout out to Iron Sheik. From a wrestling standpoint, if you're a young fan, I'd actually genuinely, legitimately in 2023 recommend you watch his matches with Sergeant Slaughter. They had a trilogy of matches in 1984, I want to say. And basically, to give you like a vision of what this looked like, picture 2 big niggas punching the shit out of each other and bleeding while the crowd is going crazy. That's the whole match. They're just punching each other and bleeding, and the crowd is going nuts. And the third match in their trilogy is like a legitimate like 4-star plus match. I love it. Shout out to Sheik. You know, his late career. I mean, the fucking Howard Stern interview where fake Randy Savage called him and he was like, "Fuck you, Randy Savage, suck my 10-inch cock, fuck you, Randy Savage." Iconic. This guy wanted to fucking kill his daughter's murderer in a courtroom. He hid a blade in his fucking mouth and was gonna slit this man's throat in front of the judge because this guy killed his daughter, and he's convinced not to do it. He's just a real nigga, man. Shout out to Sheik. So I wanted to just kind of say that because I didn't get to speak on him. Israa, do you have anything to say about the Iron Sheik?
Bro, the Iron Sheik is literally probably the coolest wrestler, whether it be like character-wise, like that ever existed, in my opinion. Like when you look at him, it's like people don't mention his like character or his, like anything, like in comparison to like Hulk Hogan or Macho Man, but like Iron Sheik was literally like so much more iconic than them, in my opinion, because there's literally no one like him, literally. And since, you know, he's been away from wrestling, there hasn't been anyone that like give you the same feeling. It's crazy because you would think like a lot of people would have like looked up to him, but he truly, really, really is one of a kind. Like Hangy was talking about like how he left Iran for political reasons. When he came to America, like he's stuck by his roots. Like he didn't leave Islam, he didn't leave being Shia, none of that. Like he was always very proud of who he was and where he came from, which is like, it's always very commendable, especially since, you know, a lot of minorities, like when we come to America, like we want to tone it down so that we can be accepted, especially in a time like that he was occupying, you know, like that could have been career suicide. Like he could have been like, no, I want to like present myself more white, but he was like, fuck that shit. Like
that man wore
his
shit, yeah.
He's like, I am who I am. Even in his I'm sorry, the Hall of Fame speech, in the end, he was like, when he was saying goodbye, he was like, Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali. And that just made me so happy. And like, I don't think people like really understand like how meaningful it is that he would say these things and just be like as open as he is. I mentioned on my account, like if you follow me, you might have seen it, how him and General Adnan kind of like came together and they had a skit where they took credit for ending the war in Iran and Iraq. And it's meant to be like ironic because like, yeah, like they're not going to end the war, but more so because both of them have legitimate political issues in their country. Like General Adnan, he's Iraqi, and like he literally knew Saddam Hussein like as a kid. Like they went to school together and everything. He even brought wrestling to Iraq and everything. When Saddam became dictator, he basically exiled Adnan. He was banned from the country and like literally couldn't host any kind of wrestling shows. I think still to this day he hasn't went back to Iraq. So when he was like, when him and Iron Sheik did that one skit and they were saying like, oh, we went to Iraq, like we met with Khomeini, we met with Hussein, and we ended the war. It's ironic because it's like a big fuck you to both of those leaders, because both of those leaders like fucked them over in real life, because like the war is finally over and like we can come together. And that's all Iraqi and Iranian people wanted and still want, is to just be able to come together and not let politics come between us, especially like we're really close to each other culturally and everything. And that's just another reason why I think he's just so fucking special to the culture that he comes from and that we share. So there just hasn't been anyone like him ever since. Like that feeling has not existed since he's been gone. He's a fucking legend. He's a real man. I think more people should try to like take notes and be like him, to be honest. Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace
to a legend.
Sheik. One of the most iconic characters in the history of professional wrestling. You know, there's Hogan, there's Savage, there's Steamboat, there's Jake the Snake, there's Roddy Piper, you know, but Sheik was right there with all those guys as a very enduring persona. So thank you so much, Israa.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Rest in peace to the Iron Sheik.
Rest in peace to the Iron fucking Sheik.
That was amazing, Israa.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Yeah, man. Israa, do you want to do the little guessing game before we get out of here? Do you want
to we have some super chats. Before we do that, let's get to these super chats. I think I spoke on this one already. Yeah, we did. So Chi-Town Spurs, another $5 super chat. Since Israa brought up Athena, I have her far ahead as my women's wrestler of the year, so do I. Who do y'all think that is 6 months into 2023? I have Athena. I've completely fallen off of TJPW, so I can't speak on that front. Stardom's been great, but I just feel like it's Athena's year, man. What about your
Athena?
100%.
I'm way too indecisive for this. I would say between Athena and Mercedes.
Yeah.
That's why I want them to cross
Mercedes
paths so bad.
crazy. I just feel like let's hope that she comes back as soon as possible from this ankle injury. So she can get back in the race. Because I know I completely agree with Hangman, but when Mox was up for rest of the year, Hangman was, oh no, it's Punk. And he had his little dick sucking followers agree with him a little bit, but most people with sense knew it was Mox. And then Punk was just out the entire summer, and that was pretty much just it for his case because of an injury. So hopefully that's not the case with Mercedes. Hopefully she comes back as soon as possible. And we they can have a race to Women's Wrestler of the Year. Bob the Builder, another $2 super chat. King Ibu is disgusting.
King.
Do you see another surprise on Saturday?
Bob, my loyal follower. Thank you so much, Bob. I appreciate you a lot, man. You're really you're among the best of us, Bob. As your king, I'm privy to a couple things next Saturday regarding Collision. Regarding surprises, no, they're kind of tight-lipped on me when it comes to specific surprises. So I don't know 100%.
I wonder why. Maybe because you just said that fucking LA Knight was Money in the Bank.
That was, I really thought everybody just expected that, but
I don't know.
never,
I don't watch
never
the show. Maybe it is obvious, but Monty says it's not. So. But Monty also watches SmackDown at 4 a.m. just high as hell, so who knows?
Monty watches the shit at 4 a.m. high out of his mind, so he's like, could LA Knight win? I don't know, man. To me, it's like, bro, he's coming out there and he's like, doing all the LA Knight shtick, and he's super over, and they're like, is he Mr. Money in the Bank? And they did 2 visual segments where he climbs the fucking thing to pull the briefcase down and shit, and they're like, hey, is it going to be LA Knight's time? I think so, yeah, and all that shit.
Sounds kind of bad.
Yo, so speaking of Money in the Bank, when they had Cody go to Las Vegas and stand in the middle of that fucking stadium to announce Money in the Bank, was he gonna win?
Yeah.
That's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. Not even because it's Cody. I'm just saying, like, Money in the Bank should be to elevate people up the card.
Yeah.
Not have people who just beat Seth Rollins 3 times clean be like, oh, I need Money in the Bank to challenge for the world title now. No, you don't, bro. Like, what? I know you don't.
Yeah, he does. I actually want Santos Escobar to win the Money in the Bank, to be honest with you, because I think
I would prefer it to be Santos too.
The LWO completely carried the entire product for the month of April, leading to Backlash. Like, completely carried the product.
Oh no, this is the stuff you miss when you don't watch weekly TV. Like,
yeah,
I only see the pay-per-views, and like what I know of LWO is next to nothing. That Zelina was over his fucking hometown.
I'll tell you
not hometown, but home.
It was a lot of super red hot Rhea and Dominic segments and multi-person tags and gang wars type stuff where they're fighting around the ring in the arena and shit like that. So it was like by far the most dynamic stuff on the show.
Good for Santos for doing well, bro.
Yep.
I was a fan of his since Lucha Underground.
And you know what?
So I can't have an agenda against.
Shout out to Mustafa Ali, who had his best TV match in maybe 2 years with Santos Escobar on SmackDown this last week. So.
See what happens when you give a good wrestler just time to just go off. Like, his match with Gunther was nuts. His match with Santos, like, I loved it. Like, I don't see how the suits in the back could watch that shit and be like, 90-second squash matches. Like, fuck out of here.
I mean, they're white, so.
Hangman, should I watch this match?
Do you like 10-minute moves matches?
I love 10-minute moves matches.
Watch the match.
I might check it out.
Sure.
If they posted it in full on YouTube, I'll check it out. They might have, right? They do that, don't they? They post matches?
Sometimes.
All right, I'm gonna see. Devil's Rising, another 5 pounds. We appreciate the love this episode. Raw Ibu versus the First Lady, last person standing match with AO solo on comms and Charlie talking tag match. Great. The way this show is going, legends. Oh, we appreciate you, man.
It's been a really fun
There's been
show.
over 200 people in here for like basically the entire show.
Crazy.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a fun ride.
Oh, Pylon, $2 super chat. Get well soon, Yuka. What happened to Yuka?
I think she had a sickness or injury. I heard something happened.
See, I told y'all.
Yeah, I heard she got injured. But
I've been tapped out on Teach this year, man. It's not a like diss on the product. I just haven't been. I've had other shit going on.
For sure.
Can't keep up with everything.
Willie, $2. Mercedes Willow rematch in AEW or strong pay-per-view?
It should be a strong pay-per-view.
I'd like to see it on the first episode of AEW Collision. That can't happen because she's hurt. I like to see it on the 7th episode of AEW Collision.
As someone who loves Mercedes Moné, my favorite women's wrestler of all time, and loves Willow Nightingale, and loves New Japan, I would rather they not do it on a strong pay-per-view, have it be a New Japan proper pay-per-view or AEW show. Like, just have because just as many eyes as possible need to be on this. And I'm not saying that so it has to be in AEW, but just put it on a New Japan show where people are gonna be there. The G1 final or some shit. Like, put it,
That'd be really cool.
Lanier Harley, $2 super chat. Keith Lee fixing that hair by Wednesday, right? No, he's not. He's definitely not.
Y'all gonna have to oh my god, what is that shit called? Like when people have to sign a thing to beg someone to do something.
Petition.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a petition for that shit.
Look, man, I try to give it a chance. I try to give the Cape a chance. Try to give the whole
it's not it.
Keith Lee thing a chance. Let's go back to the original presentation, my brother, please.
Yeah.
Your Zora Hart, $5 super chat. We appreciate it, homie. Historically, Money in the Bank has failed to elevate someone to a consistent main event spot more often than it has succeeded. And it has.
Can happen in my fave.
The bookers have cucked the Money in the Bank. Like, they just cucked it.
Hey, yo, you know why? You know why the concept is alive to this day?
Why?
Because one, the matches are consistently great for the briefcase, and two, it's living off like two extremely iconic cash-ins.
For real.
Edge in 2006.
And then Seth at Mania, right?
Yeah.
I don't think when did that happen? What year was that?
2015.
Yeah, I wasn't back for wrestling when that happened. Yeah, bro. It's not in a great place right now, bro. And they don't know what to do with it either. Like the last time someone climbed the card with that quote unquote, they didn't even climb the card because fucking they had babyface Big E take on a beaten up. Who was it? Randy Lashley or somebody? Bobby but Lashley faced Randy. Randy was beating the shit out of Lashley, and then Lashley was like, "Oh my god, I can't continue." And then a heavyweight babyface that everybody's supposed to get behind is like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick these bones now. Let me cash in now." They do that, so they fucked it off from the beginning, right? They ruined it from the jump. Like, and then they make him the 5th most important person on Raw, bro. Before that, they cuck him to Roman Reigns. They just feed him to Roman Reigns. They make sure every single WWE fans knows that no, Big E is not on Roman Reigns' level. Even if you want to just look at it in kayfabe, we don't want you to see it that way. Roman Reigns is above Big E. They had him pin Big E middle of the ring for no reason. And then his day one feud. Not only does he get pinned, the lead up to the feud, he was the minor character in it, bro. It was a 5-way, and he got like the 5th most TV time. That was nasty,
bro. Listen, what AO just told you.
No. And then he drops the belt, got pinned, dropped the belt, and then went right back to the tag division.
And then broke his neck.
Doing some bullshit he should have never done, bro. He should have not have been in that match.
What AO just
that was a very cursed title reign. Like, he deserves so much better.
Much better.
What AO laid out to you is like why, no matter what you say about like Triple H, Vince McMahon in that last year was a fucking war criminal. Like,
war criminal.
That dude is a war criminal, bro.
All right, we're all caught up with super chats.
All right, Israa, we're gonna play this game, guys. We're gonna do 2 of these rounds and then get the fuck out of here.
All right, if this goes over, we might do it again. If it's a hot ass mess.
Yeah, we'll
which
see.
It probably will be. We'll see about that. Okay, so basically, this is very simple. I'm gonna think of a wrestler, and then they have to figure out who it is, and they can only ask yes or no questions.
You guys in the chat can help us. You know what I mean?
And you guys can participate in the chat. This can be like a whole communal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me think.
Get a good one.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Is this a current wrestler?
Yeah.
Are they a male?
Yes.
Okay.
Are they in AEW?
No.
Are they in WWE?
Yes.
Have they ever been a world champion?
No.
Including NXT?
Nah.
Okay.
Are they in a tag team?
No.
Are they over the age of 35?
What the fuck? No. That's a good one.
Are they white?
Yes.
Who? Austin Theory.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm good.
Wait, what made you go to Austin Theory? Because I was not there yet.
Why WWE not a tag team didn't win a title?
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
I wouldn't have gotten to Theory at that point yet.
Okay. One of you guys who wants to?
I'm going to think of one. Let me think of one right now. Let me think of somebody.
Bro, don't do no fucking 1980s All Japan, bro.
No. I'm not like Masanobu Fuji here.
Don't do no fucking.
No.
Don't do no FMW, bro.
No,
Like,
Megumi Kudo. No.
Come on, just relax.
All right. I thought of somebody. Go ahead.
Is it a woman?
Current wrestler. Oh, go ahead. Answer Israel's question.
Not
you answering?
Is it a woman?
No.
Are they a current wrestler?
Yes.
Chuck?
Are they in AEW?
No.
Were they ever in AEW?
No.
Were they ever in NXT?
No.
Were they ever a world champion?
Yes.
Were they ever in New Japan?
Yes.
Oh.
Is it AJ Styles?
No.
Fuck. It's a world champion in New Japan.
Finn?
No. Good guess.
Are they a horse?
Is this person badly built?
No.
Are they a horse?
Yes.
Is it Brock Lesnar?
Yes.
Hey. All right, I got y'all.
I don't think anyone in the chat got it right.
I'm about to stump y'all. Nobody's gonna get this shit. All right, wait, hold on. Do I want to? Yeah, let's do it. All right, I got it.
Is this a man?
No.
You guys.
Are they in WWE?
No.
Are they in AEW?
Yes.
What was Charlie's question?
Are they in WWE?
Oh, okay. AO said yes to AEW, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are they in a tag team?
No.
Is their hair long?
But they have done. They are. It's just yes or no. Is their hair long? Yes.
Kenny Omega.
No. I said it's not a man.
Oh, it's not a man.
Yeah.
Has this person won a women's title?
No.
Ruby.
No.
Are they used a lot on Dark?
No.
Does this person have a fat ass?
Debatable.
Ruby Soho?
No. It's debatable if Ruby Soho has a fat ass.
She also doesn't have long hair.
If you ask Chris, you know.
Chris will just say anything.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, she also doesn't have long hair.
Oh yeah, true.
Who's the woman in QTV? Haley Cameron?
Harley Cameron.
Harley Cameron.
No.
Who has short hair and a debatable fat ass and never been champion?
No, it's not short.
No, she's got long hair.
Does this person have black hair?
Yes.
Soraya.
No.
Does this? Never mind.
Have they been off TV for a while?
No.
Is this person white?
No.
Oh wait, he said black hair, right?
Is this person white?
No.
Oh.
Not white.
Black
Thunder Rosa?
hair.
Oh,
I
Athena.
told y'all I'd stump y'all. No, it's not Thunder Rosa.
Oh no, she's champion, isn't she?
Oh, is it? Oh fuck. Who's this?
These are not white, right?
Y'all gotta just tap out.
Vicky
man.
Guerrero?
No. Vicky Guerrero has
Wait,
short
did you
hair,
say?
too.
But it's debatable if she got a fat ass.
Layla Hirsch.
Yo, anybody's debating if Vicky Guerrero.
Debate that one too.
Straight to prison.
Chris will debate that shit.
Straight to prison.
Layla Hirsch?
No.
Well, no, because they've not been off TV.
Wait, are they active? Are they an active wrestler?
Yeah, they're active wrestler.
Marina Shafir.
No.
Black hair.
Is this person
Athena?
married to a wrestler?
Is this person what?
Married to a wrestler.
Yes.
Hold on.
What the fuck? It's not Marina Shafir?
No.
It's not Nyla Rose?
No.
Bro, fuck me. I'm out.
Serena Deep?
No. Just give up, man. Y'all tell me no?
No.
Layla Gray?
Yeah, it's Layla Gray.
Yeah.
You read the chat, Chuck? Because they've been screaming Layla Gray for like 2 minutes
If
now.
I'd been reading the chat, I would have said that like 2 minutes ago.
Layla Gray got the shafati, nigga. What was that?
Yeah, I'm like, how is that debatable?
Because people would be like, no, like fucking. Yo, come on, relax.
If it was 2002, nigga, they'd be making songs.
Yeah, if it was 2002, they'd be like, oh my
they making
God.
songs.
You know, now people be like, oh, fat ass. You talking about like, Ice Spice, Meg the Stallion.
Yeah.
You know, fucking Sky Blue.
Yeah.
People of that
Naomi.
nature.
Wait a minute.
Naomi.
One sneak, but we'll close with Charlie guessing one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Let me think of one.
Someone asked who Layla's married to. I don't know. He works OVW in 2023.
Luke Curtis is a wrestler.
You said who?
I got one.
Luke Curtis.
Luke Curtis. Yeah, I've never seen him work.
Is this an AEW wrestler, Charlie?
No.
Oh, fuck you.
New Japan.
WWE wrestler.
Yes, Israa.
Oh,
New Japan?
Yes, New Japan.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Is he in?
This is a man.
Huh?
Is it a Gaijin?
Yes.
Oh, it's Mark Davis.
No.
Is it David Finley?
No.
Oh,
Is this person a heel?
I was gonna snipe you.
Is this person a
a
heel?
mile away?
Is he a heel? I would.
Oh, fuck. Is he?
Her debating
No.
makes me feel like it's.
No.
Shout out Emino.
It's definitely.
That's not a guy.
It's definitely United Empire.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher.
Is it Kyle Fletcher?
No.
Is it
It's
Dan
also
Maloney?
not United. It's also not
Shit!
United.
Okay, I thought you.
Dan
William
Maloney?
Ospreay.
No, he's in United
No.
Empire.
Is it Dan Maloney?
No.
Is it TJ?
Hold on. Let's ask some broader questions. Have they ever won a championship in New Japan?
A championship or like the main one?
A championship.
Yes.
Is this Kevin Knight?
No.
I feel like y'all need to ask more questions. But like, I don't think we can keep guessing.
Are they American?
Hmm?
Are they American?
No.
Is
Is
it
it Japanese?
El Phantasmo?
No, it's not El Phantasmo.
Is it David Finley?
No, I already guessed
No.
Finley.
Is he in the Bullet Club?
Wait, I forget. Is it ZSJ?
Yeah.
Hey.
I think I might have said
That
that.
stumped you guys more than I thought it would. I thought
Yeah,
it would be
that's
obvious.
kind of tough. That was pretty good.
I was thinking he was going for someone younger for some
You know
reason.
what?
I don't know why. Let's play another fucking round. Fuck it, man.
All right.
All right,
It's fun.
One more round.
it is fun. I gotta catch the movie in an hour, but I'll be all right. Go ahead.
I got a good one.
Okay,
All
is
right.
this person active?
No.
Oh, fuck you.
Ooh.
Did this person
You're
make
gonna have to dig deep.
Oh my god. Did this
They're
person
not
wrestle in the
active.
Attitude Era?
What'd you say?
Did this person wrestle in the Attitude Era?
No.
Did this person wrestle in the Ruthless Aggression Era?
I don't think so.
Was this person in 80s WWF?
No.
Who the fuck is this?
It was the last 10 years. Were they in a tag team?
Yes.
Are they white?
Yes.
Is it a woman?
Fandango.
It's a woman.
It's a woman.
Did this person wrestle did this person wrestle in 2010's WWE?
Yeah.
Is this Caitlyn?
Nah.
Is this AJ Lee?
AJ Lee was in a tag team?
They were in a tag team.
I don't know.
Is it one of the Iconics?
No.
Okay.
Is this person black?
No.
Wait, are they white?
White.
Is this Nikki Bella?
No.
Is it Bella?
No. What the fuck?
Does this person have fake titties?
Damn. I think she do.
Is
Are they married to a wrestler?
Yes.
Is it Beth Phoenix?
No.
Is it
But you're
Italian?
getting closer. It's not Italian.
Again,
Who the fuck is
Beth
it?
Phoenix.
Who is married to a wrestler, woman,
Uh-huh.
and was in an iconic tag team and women? Like, come on.
Who? I don't fucking know.
I'm trying. I don't know. I didn't watch this era, Israa. I don't think I watched this.
Oh fuck!
If I don't know.
Is it, Michelle McCool?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I've never seen a Michelle
Yes.
McCool match.
Iconic content.
So
You're not
I'm
enough.
absolved.
Michelle
this
McCool is one of the
nonsense.
original mothers. Like,
Mhm.
It's for sing the beginning of that theme song.
stop stop asking me to sing. Like I'm gonna really follow this journey.
Wait, so they had women's tag team wrestling, but they just didn't have a championship.
Yeah, they didn't have it.
So what they did, what Michelle McCool and Layla did, is like they literally split apart the women's championship, and they just like wore the each half.
It was a funny bit, to be honest.
Wait, so were they putting up like the women's title in those like championship in those like tag matches or not?
They would Freebird rule the title. Where like
they're basically like one person.
That's kind of fire.
Like
kind of fire.
They were both. Yeah, it was genuinely an entertaining bit.
All right, Ibu.
You're not enough for me. Okay, all right. I thought of my person.
Are they in WWE?
No.
Are they in AEW?
No.
Are they a current worker?
No.
ECW.
Yes.
Ooh. Sabu.
Fuck. That was too easy.
That was too easy.
That was way too fucking easy.
That's pathetic.
She's too good at this fucking game. I'm gonna do one more. Let me think of something. That was too fucking easy. That pissed me off. Let me think of somebody else. Let me think of. Okay, nobody's gonna fucking get this shit. Go ahead. This will be the last one because this is the hardest one. Go ahead.
Are they a current wrestler?
Technically.
You said they were technically a current wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Technically? CM Punk.
Fuck.
Did they work in WWE? Do they work in WWE? Technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
is this person retired?
Are they older than 40 years old?
Yes.
Are they retired?
So they're technically
not officially.
They're a part-timer over 40. Is it a man?
Yes.
John Cena.
No.
So it's a part-timer over 40, a man.
I didn't say part-timer. I said technically.
You said they're technically a wrestler.
He also.
Okay. Go ahead, Israa.
But also asked if they're retired. What did you say?
Not officially.
Oh wait. So are they at TV every week?
No.
No. Fuck.
Is it definitely a man?
Road Dogg.
Which question?
Are they a backstage producer / agent?
No.
Are they a trainer?
No.
Are they white?
Yes.
Wade Barrett.
No.
Fuck.
Adam Pearce.
No.
Have we seen them on TV in the last year?
Yes.
MVP?
No.
Did he say if they was white or not?
I think he said he was white. All right. So it's technically a wrestler. Don't go to.
So is his foot 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out the door?
Of the company? No.
Yes. No? Is he going on a retirement tour?
I'm sure he'd love to do that if he was able to, but no, that has not been announced.
So they're a broke ass nigga?
No, not a broke ass nigga.
Wait, so do they work do they have any position backstage? Okay. So it's a pure wrestler. They're technically a wrestler. They don't go to TV every week. They've been on TV in the last year.
Are they currently injured?
Yes.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
No.
Edge?
I got you there.
No. Orton was a great guess. You're along the correct lines. Yeah.
Jinder.
No.
So it'd be Randy Orton's like would Randy Orton? You said they were older for. Oh, Bobby Roode.
You fucking cheated because you read Monty's thing.
Yeah, I read Monty's.
I was about to repeat that too. That is tough.
Right.
What the hell?
You won. I would have not gone to Bobby Roode.
Hey man, Monty.
I might have gotten there eventually, but
I would have not gone.
Wait, I would not.
Wait, hold on, Monty, hop in right now. Join this shit real quick. How'd you know?
Is DC?
Yeah. How'd you know?
You give it away with the injury.
Oh,
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
I didn't think.
White,
I was thinking
over 40, no position backstage. Bobby Roode or Randy Orton, you know.
We should do a game night, Monty, because this was
chat. Wait, chat. Did this game hit or You don't want to see this shit
Yeah,
again.
They fucking with it, bro. Oh, I
had fun, but
I'm asking for validation.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Let them answer the
Tell
question.
Israa if you're fucking with it or not.
Yeah, because
I thought of the game and Ibu. Let me tell y'all some backstage stuff, right? I told this man, that man right there. I'm like, okay, I have an idea for like a game. It might be cute. It might be a little moment. And so I'm like, okay, let's just like play it one time. And we were going back and forth for what felt like 30 minutes. Like this man, he asked the worst questions. He wasn't getting to the bottom of it. He's like, it was a disaster. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna be a disaster on here. But they made you more competent.
I was like, this game is confusing as fuck. Shit is ass.
But it's over
confusing to you.
You know what it is? When there's multiple people spitballing the questions, it flows like much better. You know what I mean? So
that's how the game is supposed to go. Or the last when I seen this game before.
Yeah, it's like a multiplayer game. It's fun like that. So I had fun with it. Monty, shout out to you for knowing who the real wrestler was. Bobby Roode's a fucking beast. I miss Bobby.
Shout out Bobby Roode.
Shout out
to Bobby Roode. Shout out to
Stokely.
Shout out to Stoke. Shout out CM Punk. Shout out the Iron Sheik.
Whoa.
All right.
You're not about to sneak
yeah, right. Shout out to the Iron Sheik. You know what I mean? Shout out to Top Dollar. Shout out to
I'm trying to think of someone harder than Leather Gray.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all those people. And shout out to you guys. You guys, you guys have been a great audience for us for over 2 hours. This lasted longer than I expected, and part of it's because I just had a lot of fun on here. This is really, really fun.
Devils Rising, £5 super chat. Money in the Bank winners should be on the cusp of main event only, and in my opinion, the best cash-ins have all been heels. The babyface cash-ins are less memorable. Rob Van Dam's cash-in.
Yeah. Him cashing ahead of time on John Cena and then them going to Hammerstein Ballroom.
But there's really no way for a current WWE superstar to recreate that. Even like
Cody Rhodes could have cashed in for Roman and faced at SummerSlam. He could have.
That still would not. No.
I think it would hit.
No.
Hey, Monty doesn't want Cody in the Money in the Bank. Like he thinks the idea of Cody flipping around with like the mid carders is like disgusting.
It's literally as a Cody Rhodes fan,
he thinks
agendas aside, it is literally beneath him.
He just doesn't
be in Money in the Bank.
He should not be in Money in the Bank.
He's not going to be. He's going to be involved with the talk right now.
I would argue that he's much more beneath like the mid card.
But it's in a company where literally the next main event challenger is the person who interrupts the champion's promo and is like, we're fighting now. And if they say no, it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to punch you. And now we're fighting like for the championship. There is no reason why Cody Rhodes should have to win Money in the Bank to shoot back up the card, bro.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? Kevin Owens' current gimmick on TV is pointing out like the tropes of WWE TV. So like Imperium pull up and he's just like, I get it. You interrupted with your music because you won a title match. This is when you cut your promo to fight us. And like, he's just doing that thing. It's really funny.
Exactly.
But this has been so much fun. You guys are the best. This audience is great. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate my colleagues here. Charlie, you were great tonight. Ayo, you did derail some of my agendas tonight, but I'll catch you meddling kids next time. Israa, you're the first lady for a reason.
Go Heat.
I thought your speech on Iron Sheik was very moving and enlightening.
It was.
So I enjoyed doing this pod with you, even if you are kind of mean to me. Monty, thank you for cutting me a larger check than you do the other people here on this podcast. I do appreciate that.
That's absolutely not true.
We could talk about how we could adjust.
You're also getting fined for lying to the people of our.
He's getting fined for the spoiler. That should ruin my whole week.
No, it didn't. Guys, I was joking about the Money in the Bank spoiler. I have no idea who's winning the match. But, for Israa, for Charlie, for AO, for Montel WP, this has been a Sunday special. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. Check out the Jamie Stardom 2023 guide. Check out all our videos on the video tab of the channel. And we'll catch you guys next time. Go Heat.
Go Heat.
Go Heat.